Thank you for logging on to the Voice Sports Network for this broadcast of high school sports. We encourage you to go to the games and support your area teams. We know you have a choice, and thank you for choosing us. This broadcast wouldn't be possible without the support of the sponsors you hear throughout the game. We encourage you to visit their businesses and use their service as often as possible. Be sure to tell them thanks for their support. Now, sit back and enjoy the game, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
And now let's meet the starting lineup for your Norwell Knights. Leading off, playing center field, number 4, Zach Kims. Batting second, the left fielder, number 11, Brody Myers. Batting third, the catcher, number 20, Colin Schwartz. Batting fourth, the designated hitter tonight, number 18, Ryan Tomlin. He'll be batting for the second baseman, number 16, Garrett Waybright. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 34, Levi Long. Batting sixth, the starting pitcher tonight, number 12, Carson Gerber. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 1, Quentin Middleton. Batting eighth, the shortstop, number 14, Bailey Perkins. And batting ninth, the right fielder, number 2, Trevor Wilson. The Knights are coached by Mr. Andy McLean. He's assisted by Mr. Dave Goodmiller. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you please rise? Gentlemen, kindly remove your caps as we honor America and those who serve and protect it with the playing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the pitcher's mound for tonight's ceremonial first pitch. Here to throw out tonight's first pitch, new Norwell High School head varsity football coach, Josh Gerber. All right, Coach, show us how it's done. That's a strike. How about a big round of applause for new varsity head coach, Josh Gerber.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Norwell Knights Baseball on WellsCountyVoice.com, part of the Voice Sports Network. We're joining you here today from Norwell, where the weather is perfect. It's sunny and 82 degrees as the field is dry here on a Monday afternoon. The Knights come into this one at 4-0. Snider comes into this one at 2-2. And 1 with wins against Fort Wayne Northside twice and losses against Northrop twice. They also tied with East Noble. We are just moments away from the first pitch this afternoon here on WellsCountyVoice.com. The Knights ready for action. Some very familiar faces joining us in the press box this afternoon. But we are just moments away. We are able to bring you some video feed this afternoon of the batter at home plate, as we've been able to do all season long here at Norwell. This is game number 5. The Snider Panthers will send Hippenhammer, Isaiah Knight, and Chandler Everson into the top third of the lineup to the plate here in the top half of the first. Of course, you can see that in the top left corner of your screen with our new scoreboard feature this season. The Knights from left to right on the infield, Quentin Middleton, Bailey Perkins, Garrett Waybright, and Levi Long from left to right. And from left to right on the outfield, Brody Myers, Zach Kintz, Trevor Wilson. The battery today, Carson Gerber and Colin Schwartz. Gerber in his third start of the season on the mound for the Knights, with wins coming against South Adams and Mississinawa. Of course, those are 2 of the 4 Knights wins, the other 2 coming against Wawasee. And somebody else, forgetting somebody. But we are just about ready for the opening pitch, and it's a ball low. First pitch at 5:40. One ball, no strikes, as the second pitch misses low and in the dirt as well. Count 2-0 on Hippenhammer. Snider defeated Norwell last year, as that pitch is in there for a strike. They beat the Knights 4-1 up at their place last season. Bender in there for strike 2. As a 2-2. As the count now even. 2-2 is chopped down the third base line, and it's a fair ball. Quentin Middleton fires across the diamond, and it's not in time. Mark Metler calls him safe at first base, and it's an infield single for Hippenhammer.
Now batting for Snider, the pitcher, number 11, Isaiah Knight.
It's a nice strong throw from Middleton, but not in time to get Hippenhammer the fast runner down the line, and that will send Isaiah Knight to the plate. Bats from the right side. Hippenhammer with a small lead away from first, and that pitch swung on and missed. 0-1 the count. The Knights were very efficient in their win against Wawasee until the final inning of play. Levi Long, the starter there, allowing just 1 hit over 4 innings of work. Gerber will check on Hippenhammer at first. Of course, the Knights winning that one 16-5. In 5 innings. Pounded out 15 hits. Also turned a triple play in that game. 0-1 count, swung on and missed. And the throw down to second is not in time. Hippenhammer is in there with a stolen base. But the count now 0-2 on Isaiah Knight. Gerber stares in and comes set. He's ready for the 0-2. Missed low. It's 1-2. Colin Schwartz back behind the plate after a 1-game absence. He started at first base on Friday. Gerber checks on the runner once more. Nothing doing at second base. Nobody out, and a runner in scoring position for the Panthers here in the top of the first. 1-2. Bender just missed low, 2-2. Pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. And Isaiah Knight goes down swinging for the first out of the inning.
Number 14, Chandler Everson.
That'll send the right fielder Everson to the plate, as that man is not welcome. Mr. Wasp, not welcome in the press box. 1 out, another RBI opportunity here for Everson. on a very hot Monday afternoon. The rest of the week expected to be a little more mild with temperatures in the 60s as Hippenhammer's going to try to steal third, and he's going to be in there by a good margin. The pitch was a ball, and Hippenhammer now on third base with 2 stolen bases in the inning. So now a very good scoring opportunity for Everson. (1-0), missed a low and in. It's 2-0. Ball-to-strike ratio has been a concern for Norwell pitching to this point. Here's the 2-0. It's in there at the knees for a strike. (2-1) with Hippenhammer leading away from third base. Breaking ball is fouled off at the plate, 2-2. Wind is pretty light this afternoon, blowing once in a while, gusting out towards left center. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Everson. Swing and a miss. 2 outs now here in the first, as that's a big out for Gerber.
Number 7, Brendan Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald steps in. First pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. That's ripped into left field on a line and caught out there by Brody Myers, and that will retire the side. After 1 inning of play, we are scoreless here at Norwell. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. Let's go to the bottom of the first. Knights and Panthers scoreless.
Bluffton Tire, you know where they're located. Across the street from Bummy's, right at the entrance to the 4-H park, has been serving Wells County for over 50 years. Bluffton Tire needs to be the first stop for brakes, struts, front end alignment, and offers over 20 different brands of tires. Stop by and see Kerry Jennis today or visit online at BlufftonTire.com for online specials and coupons. Bluffton Tire is open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon.
Hi, this is Kerry Jennis at Bluffton Tire, and we'll keep you going.
Costly misconceptions about collision repair, brought to you by Lauren's Body Shop.
All repair shops are basically the same.
False. There are substantial differences among repair shops. Some have made large investments in equipment and training, others have not. Always do your homework when selecting a repair facility.
In business since 1951, Lauren's Body Shop on East Dustman Road specializes in insurance collision repair, offers free estimates, and an outstanding limited lifetime warranty. Visit lawrensbodyshop.com.
Welcome back to Norwell High School. We're joined in just a moment by Mr. Greg Van Meter as the Knights were able to wiggle themselves out of a mini jam in the first. They stranded Hippenhammer on third base with 1 out in that inning, as the Knights will send Zach Kitts, Brody Myers, and Colin Schwartz to the plate here in the bottom half of the first.
I'll tell you how good an athlete Mac Hippenhammer is. I recognized him driving up the road to pull into the parking lot. But he was on third base. Yeah, he is a stud athlete. He's going to play football, I believe, in college.
Good receiver, as
Excellent.
I understand, in the
lot of speed.
SAC.
Yeah, and does very well on the baseball field as well. If he wanted to, I think he could probably play 2 sports at a decent-sized school.
Yep. So Isaiah Knight on the mound for Snider, and the first pitch is in there for a strike.
Zach Kintz has been the leadoff hitter, I believe, every game this year, hasn't he?
That's correct. Bender missed high, 1-1.
You got to see this team play at Heritage and at Wawasee.
Yeah, and two very different baseball games.
Yeah.
The story at Heritage was Heritage pitching really struggled to get the ball in the strike zone. There were a combined 10 walks. The starter walked 8 of them over 2 innings of work with a Knights 10-0 win. But there was a different story Friday in a 16-5 victory over Wawasee where they pounded out 15 hits.
Yeah.
They actually had a season-high total in hits alone in the second inning.
Right.
So, and I think they pounded out 9 in that inning.
Yeah, the Wawasee final did not surprise me that much. The Heritage final did just a little bit. And then talking to Coach McLean after that game, he said the reality is Heritage just graduated a lot of talent last year.
Yeah.
And even more leadership.
That's true. And they also, Quentin Middleton on the mound did a really nice job.
He said he was really shoving.
Yes, he was.
On Thursday night. Oh, good pitch.
That's a good pitch.
Good breaking ball there from Isaiah Thomas to get Zach Kintz looking.
Keep in mind, we are on the video feed today, and
so I'm standing right in front of it.
You are 2 for 2
That means
this season.
That means you got a good view of the back of my head. All of you there at home.
Brody Myers grounds one up the middle. That's going to be through for a base hit.
Brody's been swinging a hot bat over the last few games.
Sure has.
First hit for the Knights this evening. Here in the bottom of the first.
Schwartz steps in now from the right side. He's back behind the plate this evening. As we were not quite able to bring in the Snider starting lineup, so we'll get you the fielding lineup here. Isaiah Knight and Reese Coons, the battery today, is the first pitch called a strike. From left to right on the infield, it's Donovan Huneck, Mac Hippenhammer, Gavin Bean, and Trevor Armstrong. In the outfield from left to right, Dylan Cater, Michael Brewer, and Chandler Everson.
I do apologize to everybody watching at home that had to look at the back of my head for a few minutes. Myers on the dirt read.
He's going to be in there.
A good job by Brody. A little bit slow in finding that baseball, but once he got underway, he had a good head of steam and more than enough to beat the throw from the catcher.
So both teams liking to run here early in this one. Hippenhammer had 2 stolen bases already in the first. 1 ball, 1 strike count to Schwartz, and that's grounded foul.
Well, you've seen a lot of foul balls to the pull side of the hitter so far.
Yep.
As that means they're seeing it well, but it's coming in just a little bit slower than what they expect. You see those kind of timing issues lots of times with 2-seam fastballs and split-finger fastballs.
Pitch was in the dirt. The count goes to 2-2 on Colin.
Knight. I'm not even going to try that second last name.
Yeah, we're just calling him Isaiah Knight.
Yeah.
So.
And I apologize to the family, but Narason
is probably. And 2-2 is Nubb down the first base line.
Right off the end of the bat. And
that'll be the second out of the inning as Brody Myers takes third.
I'll tell you what, if that ball's hit at a Tin Caps ball game in Parkview, that thing ends up on the other side of the mound. It had so much spin on it. But the grass thick and long here at Norwell and took the spin out. Ryan Tomlin facing Knight for the first time.
He is the designated hitter this afternoon, and that's grounded right towards the second baseman on 2 hops. And he'll throw to first. 4-3 is the putout, and the side is retired. After 1 inning of play, the Knights have a hit in the inning. They leave 1. After 1, we're scoreless in Ossian.
The Bowling Center in Bluffton has Friday Night Trio League for ages 4 through 19 with sign-ups going on now. This 10-week league is at 7 p.m. on Fridays for $8.25 per week for 3 games and shoes. Also on Friday, it's Friday Fun from noon to 6 p.m. Bowl for just $1 and shoe rental is only 50 cents. The Bowling Center, 1231 South Scott Street in Bluffton. Visit bowlbluffton.com.
stuck in a state of falling behind, struggling to keep up with your kids, your finances, your insurance, your life? Then let me, Kevin Beatty in Bluffton, help you simplify and get to a better state. Because with me handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time to handle everything else. More money too, because adding State Farm policies can earn discounts that could add up to 40% and actually help you get ahead. Call me, Kevin Beatty in Bluffton, today and get to a better state with State Farm. 824-1928.
We repair
and we renew.
Surgical services at Adams Memorial Hospital, helping you be healthy in every way. We comfort
and we deliver.
The Maternity Center at Adams Memorial Hospital, helping your family be healthy in every way.
Welcome back to Norwell. We're scoreless after a complete inning here in Ossian, as on a warm, sunny Monday afternoon. The Panthers, of course, coming into this one at 2-2-1. The Knights at 4-0. They dropped in the IHS BCA rankings today to number 6 in Class 3A, and that a lot due to the fact that the Southern teams are able to play more at this point in the season.
Boy, and you're right, Derek. The northern half of the state just devastated with the early April weather, but boy, it's cleared up since midweek last week. And
yeah, it sure has. Heritage was pretty pleasant. Still a little bitey, but Friday was absolutely perfect up in Syracuse, as the first pitch to Michael Brewer is low for a ball. The Panthers will send Brewer, Bean, and Armstrong, the 5, 6, 7 hitters, to the plate here in the the top of the second, rather.
Am I out of the camera now?
Yep, you're good, as that pitch in there for strike one.
That's a good thing, as my back's hurting staying out of the camera eye at this point. I jot down all the players here.
That pitch ripped towards the left side of the infield. That's through, and it's a base hit for Michael Brewer, the center fielder. Leadoff single for Snider again, as
second baseman
Gavin Bean steps in.
16, Gavin Bean.
So, through that first inning, the pitch count for Gerber was at 18. Or actually 17, and Isaiah Knight had 13.
Bean way up in the box facing Gerber here. Gerber with not a lot of velocity. He's not going to take the bat out of anybody's hands. But the key for him is not just control, throwing strikes, but command, throwing quality strikes, staying out of the middle of the plate against a very good hitting team in the Snider Panthers. Snider picked, I believe, to finish second or third in the SAC this year. Dwenger, the favorite in the SAC.
Has been ranked in the Prep Baseball Report poll in 3A over the course of the season.
And they historically have a tremendous program. They got a great field up there.
They really do.
About
they
a
have
mile and a half from
great
their school.
facility.
Yep. Always enjoy playing up there. They're just good baseball people. Treat you right.
Dwenger has a rich athletic background.
Of course, Mark Skelton, the head coach down in that third base coaching box, giving signs to Bean. I think they got some kind of a play on here. He made sure to get his attention.
There he goes.
There goes the runner. The pitch.
And the throw is not in time. It's another stolen base. The pitch was a ball, I believe.
Yeah, did not see an indication of a strike.
So Brewer in there with a stolen base.
Yeah, Brewer, good wheels. He's playing center field today and got a nice jump on that play.
It's the third stolen base already for the Panthers. Just 2 runners to this point. 1 ball and 1 strike to Bean as he tries to bunt. And the pitch was in the dirt. He couldn't pull back 1 and 2.
Well, Snider with another runner in scoring position here, 2 innings in a row. And it's a base runner with wheels, just as hip and hammer in the first inning.
Swing and a miss.
Big strikeout for Carson Gerber. Looked like he might have took a little off that 2-seamer, being over the top of with the swing.
Number 21, Trevor.
That is strikeout number 3 for Carson, as Trevor Armstrong steps in. Armstrong with an RBI opportunity here with one out and a runner on second base. That's Michael Brewer out there.
Snider with a nice balance of seniors and juniors on the roster. This is a junior here in Trevor Armstrong, playing first base at the moment.
The Knights, of course, have some young talent as well as some good leadership, as that pitch missed low and in for ball one. Garrett Waybright is a sophomore starting out there at second base today. He was 2 for 2 at Wawasee at the plate as well.
Snider with 6 seniors and 8 juniors on the roster, along with Michael Brewer, who's just a sophomore. Right now he's out at second base and represents the first run of the game for the Panther. Oh, that's
that
hit
hit
hard.
Oh, boy. Back it goes towards the scoreboard. That's going to one-hop the wall. It's going to be a stand-up RBI double for Trevor Armstrong. And Snider's on the board first. It's 1-0.
Yeah, that ball, if it gets any higher, it is out by the tennis courts. So the Knights might have got a break on that. The Panthers, though, taking the early 1-0 lead here in the top of the second. Coach McLean out there to make sure Carson Gerber's all right.
Donovan Huneck will step in after the brief conversation on the mound. He's also good-sized righty.
You know, they don't have a clock on a high school game like they do in the major leagues.
Yeah, 30 seconds.
I was watching the Cubs game the other night, and, of course, the pitching coach, Chris Bozio, they timed him. It took him 18 seconds to get out to the mound.
Yeah.
And by the time he said anything, there was like 6 seconds left on the clock. So he didn't get to say much to the pitcher that was in there at the time. You don't have to worry about that too much with Coach McLean. He's usually pretty quick to the mound.
Yeah.
He's usually got something prominent in his mind that he wants to say.
Pitch missed low. It's 1-0 on Huneck.
Oh, boy, and I'll tell you, Gerber really crossed up Colin Schwartz there. It was a good thing Colin kept his body in front of that pitch because that was not what he was expecting. With a runner on second base, I'm sure they changed the signs. But, that's one thing. I think Coach McLean might have thought that Brewer tipped Armstrong on that pitch.
Could be.
Yeah.
1-0 misses high, 2 balls and no strikes.
Boy, Huneck, a good-sized junior out there.
Sure is. A lot of size on this Panther team.
Yeah, when you got as many kids as
right
they do, they can choose the ones that have spent the most time in the weight room.
That pitch in there for a strike. Count goes to 2-1.
Yeah, it appears now that Schwartz and Gerber are on the same page with their pitch selection. Armstrong out there at second. Well, Armstrong thinks he knows what the signs are.
Yep.
We'll find out whether he does or not.
Breaking pitch is in the dirt, 3-1. Nice job of Schwartz to keep it in front of him.
3-1 now to Huneck, and I don't think this is a guy you really want to get behind without overpowering stuff.
Yeah, Snider has contacted the ball well this afternoon to this point. A couple of guys that put a charge into it. 3-1 missed low.
Well,
and go ahead.
No, go ahead. It's
and
all right.
that will walk the batter and allow 2 men on here for Snider.
Just 1 out in the inning. Now, the one good thing that walk does is it does set up the double play opportunity.
It is also the 9 batter in Dylan Cater.
Cater in left field this afternoon. Boy, another good block there by Schwartz at the plate. That's at least 3 breaking pitches in a row from Gerber, and he's not found the zone with any of them.
Yes, as we mentioned previously, that's been a struggle for Knights pitchers. It's been the ratio of balls to strikes.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, it's 15 balls to 17 strikes.
Yeah, that's not good enough.
Now, the 1-0 is a breaking pitch. That's in there at the belt. Yeah, well.
Colin really sticking with the curveball here. Yeah. And I'll bet you he throws another one.
That's grounded towards the shortstop Perkins. 6-4, but that's all they're going to get. Wade Bright will hang on to it. So that will put runners on the corners with 2 outs now.
Well, as it turns out, that walk might not have been a bad thing because that would have been a tough play for Perkins as he fielded the ball pretty deeply at shortstop, and it would have taken a strong throw to get Cater at first base. So here with 2 outs, Gerber with a chance to get out of the inning.
Hippenhammer steps in 1-for-1 with a leadoff single in this ball game. Top of the second here, runners on the corners for Snider. 2 outs. And the pitch. That's bunted foul and out of play.
I tell you what, if I'm Quentin Middleton, I'm playing at least even with the bag here. As slow as this grass is, it's going to take a shot to get it by him anyway. I think he might be a little too close to the bag as well.
0-1 pitch.
Yep, in there for a strike, another curveball. As Hippenhammer leading. Boy, he is a good-looking athlete, isn't he?
He is.
Lean, strong-looking.
Very fast.
Just a junior.
Yeah, some young talent as well for Snider here as that ball popped up on the infield. Waybright camping under it, and he will make the grab just beyond the infield dirt, and that will retire the side. The Panthers get 1 hit. They leave 2. Actually, get 2 hits, and they leave 2. Back in a minute. Snider leading 1-0.
He shoots. He scores. It's out of here. He could go all the way.
That's the reaction you'll get when you get her a gift of fine jewelry from Daniel's Jewelers in Bluffton.
Hi, this is Dan and Jane from Daniel's Jewelers, and we want you to score big. We have beautiful diamond pendants, rings, and earrings, including diamonds in motion. These pieces powered by her heartbeat are awesome.
Check out our fun jewelry. Stainless steel jewelry by SteelX, Jewel Pops by Chameleon, Angelica bracelets made from recycled metals, and our newest, convertibles by Lestage.
We offer ring sizing done on premise, and the first sizing is free when you purchase your ring from Daniel's.
Okay, guys, best of all, free gift wrapping.
Win big. See you at Daniel's Jewelers in Bluffton on State Road 1, north of Lowe's. Open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6, and Saturday, 9:30 to 4.
Live life to the fullest at Adams Woodcrest Villas and Apartments. Make new friends and take part in educational, inspirational, and just plain fun activities. Enjoy the best in maintenance-free independent living. Enjoy life at Adams Woodcrest Villas and Apartments in Decatur.
Yeah, welcome back to Norwell as we head into the bottom of the second. The Knights will send along Gerber and Middleton to the plate. Snider leading 1-0.
Levi Long moving into the Norwell area from Jay County, I believe.
Had a nice outing at Wawasee up in Syracuse on Friday. Went 4 innings and allowed just 1 hit on an unearned run.
Wow, very good. The Knights will try to get that run back here. Oh, and that's hit hard by Long. That's going to be a tough play. It is over the head of the left fielder, and Long is going to motor into second base with a stand-up double.
Yeah, and I believe he was 2 for 2 as well on Friday, so he continues his hot ways.
Boy, he got the bat head out on that, hooked it. It had a lot of side spin as it went zooming over the head of the sophomore Michael Brewer out there in left field.
As these hitters continue to be in front of pitches this afternoon.
Well, and that can be a tough thing. Boy, that was a nice breaking ball there from Isaiah Knight. That can be a tough thing to do here at Norwell because the hitting background is so poor.
It is.
You're hitting off a light building.
And it shocked me that was able to happen as in the background up at Wawasee is a giant white water tower.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
So
I'll tell you, the best hitting background around is at Angola.
It's perfect.
The school is in dead center field, and it's dark brick.
Yep.
And, of course, that's a gorgeous little facility.
It really is. They take nice care of us up there. That ball smoked into center field on the run, and he cannot come up with the baseball. That's going to send Carson Gerber into second base. Levi Long comes around to score, and the game is tied. I don't know. He was on the run.
Yeah.
I give him a double.
Yeah, I'll give him a double. It was, it's a ball. They say when you get your glove on it, you should probably catch it. But, Hippenhammer with unusual speed.
Yeah, keep that in mind.
Not able to haul it in. It was just off the end of his glove.
It's actually Michael Brewer out there.
Oh, that's right, in center field.
But he also has some nice speed. And that hit Middleton. 2 men aboard now for the Knights and nobody out, and things already begin to unravel here for Snider.
Yeah, let's just restate that for the folks. Mac Hippenhammer's at shortstop. Michael Brewer's in center, and Dylan Cater is in left field. That's who had the ball hit by
Bailey Perkins.
For the double by Levi Long. Big spot here for Perkins. He can give the Knights a lead with a base hit.
Perkins has worked himself into a nice closing role for the Knights early here in the season as well. And that pitch bunted foul.
Yeah, he just tried to do too much with that bunt. If you're trying to get the guy over to third, you just stand there and wait on the baseball. Instead, he kind of ran into it. Nobody moved at third base. I mean, if he gets it down the third base line,
he may have a shot.
He could take 3 turns and make it to first because they've got the first baseman charging, the pitcher charging.
That's a great bunt.
Well,
it's going to get the job done anyway, and he gets him by a step at first. It's actually should have been farther down the left or down the third baseline rather, as Donovan Hunek was not charging on anything.
Certainly worked as a sacrifice.
Absolutely.
And now a pair of Knights in scoring position. For Trevor Wilson. Big spot for Trevor with 1 out. Facing Isaiah Knight. Knight is a senior on this Snider squad. Throwing a lot of breaking balls to this point.
Wilson had an RBI on Friday. Looking for a couple here. That pitch missed high, 1-0.
I noticed Snider not particular about the shoes that they wear. Isaiah Knight with white spikes on.
Yep.
And it appears as though just about everybody else has got the black.
Yeah, it looks like down there at third, Hunek has gray. That's fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike to Mr. Wilson.
Well, see the people with eyes as old as mine, Derek, that's just dark. You got white.
There's
you
black
got
and white.
That's right.
Okay.
It's a black and white world.
Yeah.
Or it's all gray. I guess you could look at it that way too.
Now, keep in mind, my eyes are not as good as they should be.
Yeah,
but nevertheless,
with your correction,
good enough.
Good shape.
And good enough to see the gray area.
That's right. 1-2 count now to Wilson. He just needs to hit the ball to the right side.
That's ripped into right center field, and it's going to be caught out there by Michael Brewer. Carson Gerber tags and will score, as that's a nice job from Trevor Wilson.
Very good at bat.
Absolutely, and the Knights have taken a 2-1 lead.
Down in the count, able to make strong enough contact, and I'll tell you, Brewer made a nice play.
Sure did.
To keep that from falling in the gap, really showing some wheels there.
A lot of hard-hit baseballs out here today.
Well, that's what happens when the weather warms up. The hitters start feeling a little bit better.
Well, the Knights will send the top of the order and Zach Kintz to the plate with 2 outs. And that ball pulled down the left field line. It is fair. That's going to drop in there. That's a single. Actually, he's going to try to take second, and he's going to do it. Quentin Middleton scores. It's a 2-out RBI double for Zach Kintz, and the Knights now lead 3-1.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a fundamental breakdown by Snider, which you don't see too often. The shortstop, Hippenhammer, did not get to the cut position where he should have been, and Hunek was too far out. He should have been closer to the plate. So the Knights moving up a base on that miscue by Snider and a chance to put up 1 more on the board here.
Brody Myers stands in. First pitch misses high for a ball. He's 1 for 1 with a single.
And Brody's been swinging it well.
The Knights have 3 runs on 4 hits to this point. And there's another friendly wasp. I do not have a hat to kill him with. That pitch, that's a rock.
Yeah, you don't want to kill him with a rock.
Oh, no, we were successful on Mr. Wasp number 1 as the carcass lying right over there.
Was it on the plexiglass at the time? Okay.
It was.
All right.
Although, I'm not confident in my abilities.
Yeah, that's not a big surface area.
No. That's popped up. That'll get back out of play.
Let me see if I can find something besides a rock to...
That's a little bit of a crude tool.
It is. However, it's been around for a long time.
That's true. As we noted, it did get the job done. I'm going to wait till the break to pull the trigger.
Here, this will get it done.
1-2 is low, blocked nicely by Reese Coons.
Let's see if I can manipulate around the camera and play the role of Slayer of Wasps.
And we are 2 for 2. As Mr. Wasp does go down without a fight.
Well, he gave a little bit of a struggle.
Oh, that's called strike 3, as that appeared to miss just above the belt, but that's called strike 3, and the Knights leave 1. After 2 complete, the Knights 3. The Panthers 1. We're back in a minute. You're listening to Knights Baseball on WellsCountyVoice.com.
Pizza Hut is changing the way you think about pizza with their Flavor of Now menu. With over 2 billion combinations of new ingredients, crusts, and sauces, you can customize your pizza and take it where pizza has never gone before. But don't stress, all the old-time favorites are still available. At Pizza Hut, it's everything you've always loved about pizza and more. Order online now at pizzahut.com or download our mobile app. Pizza Hut Flavor of Now menu at your local Pizza Hut in Bluffton.
It's not always about speed. It's not always about sponsors. It's not always about glamour. It's about getting the job done right. No matter what you have to push, pull, or move, New Holland and your local dealers are ready to help you finish like a champion. New Holland.
Now, welcome back to Ossian. The Knights leading 3-1 after 2 complete. The Panthers will send Isaiah Knight, Chandler Everson, and Brendan Fitzgerald to the plate, the 2-3-4 batters in the top of the third.
Big inning there for the Knights.
It was.
Put a crooked number on the Panthers. You know, Norwell's kind of had Snider's number over the last
they have
10 years, maybe?
With the exception of last year, where the Panthers got the Knights up in Fort Wayne.
Prior to last year, it's been quite a few since the Panthers have been able to overcome the Knights. I know. I think they beat them. I know 4 years in a row. 10, 11, 12, and 13.
Right.
Didn't miss many of those games, Derek.
No, I'm sure you did not.
Good pitch there from Gerber. That broke over the inside corner, it appeared. Tough to tell inside and outside from this angle. We can really only tell height, and that one was low. 1-1 count now.
Normally, we can't tell height, and that previous pitch has been called a strike at the very top edge of that strike zone a couple of times by the home plate umpire.
And that one is never going to be called a strike because it was about a 58-footer.
It is in minor league softball.
2-1 count now on the batter. Gerber working in his third inning.
Isaiah Knight, of course, 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
Good pitch there. As Gerber really sticking with the breaking ball. That's what he's thrown more strikes with than the fastball. The 2-2. Ooh, just off the plate. That's a good spot for that fastball. Show him the fastball just off the plate. Make him hit the breaking ball. Payoff pitch here from Gerber is swung on and missed. He might have foul tipped it, but Schwartz able to hang on. That'll be the first out of the third inning.
The right fielder, number 14, Chandler Everson.
Everson steps in. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout as well.
The Panthers had scoring opportunities in the first 2 innings, only able to cash in the second, though. Gerber's breaking pitch bounces in there.
Yeah, they had a good scoring opportunity in the first as well. They left Hippenhammer out there on third with 1 out.
Boy, it's all about the size of the phone, isn't it, Derek?
It is.
That is a huge phone.
Well, I'm willing to bet dollars to donuts, though, that it's not as big as mine.
Yeah, I know. You've got that tablet thing.
Yeah.
Right?
That's correct.
It's a Samsung product.
It's a Windows phone.
It's a Windows phone.
It is.
And it is large.
You can
that wouldn't
go
even
ahead
fit
and
in my
size up
pocket.
there.
I lose.
Yep.
Yep. I have not lost yet.
That's a horrible case of phone envy right there. As that pitch, ball 4.
Everson is walked on 4 pitches.
Yeah, see, that absolutely dwarfs my little iPhone.
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mine's an iPhone.
No, is that the Plus?
That's 6.
Oh, but man, that is huge, Jeff. That's great for watching video. Yeah.
It also has much more capability than Mr. Windows Phone, Mr. Nokia Lumia. Much more power as that ball ripped up the middle. That's a base hit, and the Panthers have 2 men aboard with 1 out here in the third.
Brendan Fitzgerald, the DH, coming up with that hit. Stocky Junior.
Number 2, Michael Brewer.
He hit that ball hard as it got through a thick infield rapidly. This infield will thin out quite a bit over the course of the season, but right now it is lush.
Brewer steps in, batting 1-for-1 with a single.
That's a great thing about having neck surgery, Derek, is I got a month off from mowing.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Yeah. There's a plus side to everything. My wife has taken over those duties, and she's thrilled about that, as you can imagine.
It's rained for half the month, so.
I know. Well, it just got fertilized, too, twice. It's been fertilized twice this spring. Yeah. She's mowing every other day.
That's hit
hard into right over the head of Waybright, and that's going to score Snider's second run. And they are not having much trouble figuring out Carson Gerber right now. A hit, a walk, and a hit produce the Panthers' second run, and that's going to bring to the plate Gavin Bean. Bean struck out his last time up, I believe.
That's correct. Hitting in the 6-hole today.
Boy, and the Knights could use a ground ball to the middle of the infield here. Gerber working in his 3rd inning, and second time around the order, putting the barrel on it. That's Fitzgerald out at second, and Brewer at first. And Brewer, you have to be careful Brewer doesn't run over Fitzgerald. A lot more speed. Bean with the swing and a miss. He was trying to hit that out onto the school parking lot as he took a good rip at it. Coach Skelton encouraging him from the third base coaching box. 0-2 count now.
Of course, the tennis courts beyond left field as well as girls' tennis team in action as that ball fouled away at the plate.
Yeah, it's a breaking ball from Gerber, and Bean just barely got a piece of it.
Very busy time of the year for high school and professional athletics alike.
College as well. College baseball season, full swing now.
Professional has
softball
3 different sports running over each other, and that's strike 3, and the snap throw back to first is not quite in time.
Brewer got back standing up, and it was his speed that bailed him out on that play. Good read by Schwartz, and
First baseman, number 21.
Long, ready for the throw. Brewer just quick enough to get back, so Gerber trying to work out a bit of a spot here and retain the lead for the Knights.
Armstrong doubled in his first plate appearance.
Boy, and he hit that ball hard to the base of the fence and straightaway left. Schwartz with a nice block behind the plate. Yeah, he does a good job. He's been catching since he was a little kid.
The starting catcher for the JV last year, promoted to varsity this year.
Well, and I'll tell you, I do notice a difference in his agility this year from last year. Obviously, he put some time in the weight room.
That ball ripped.
That's hit hard again to left field. That's going to be over Meyer's head. Up against the fence again. Brewer being sent.
He's going to get in there, and Snider has retaken the lead 4-3.
Yeah. That Bailey Perkins was really not in the right spot on that for the cut, as he needs to go out further into the outfield. Garrett Waybright hustling over from second in double cut position. He was in the right spot, but because Bailey was so close to him, he couldn't make a clean play on the throw. I don't know that he had a chance at Brewer anyway at the plate. Brewer can fly.
So Hunek steps in. First pitch misses low as Hunek walked in his first at-bat. Plate appearance.
Two outs and a big hit there for not for Fitzgerald. That was Armstrong.
Yep. 2-0 to Donovan.
Yeah. Coach Waybright sticking his head into the scoring box here, and we were having a conversation.
Without words.
That's a good pitch from Gerber. We're talking about the alignment of the players there on that ball hit over Brody Meyer's head. I understood what he was saying.
It was a thrilling game of charades.
Yeah.
That's right.
2-1 count now to Hunek. Well, and I'll tell you what, Carson's got to be careful. That technically was a balk, as he broke his hands before he moved towards second. But the umpire on the bases, Mark Miller, did not call it on him. Another good block behind the plate by Schwartz. Boy, he's getting a workout back there today. Yep. Another wasp, as he, obviously that was a relative that I took care of, as he is dive bombing my head.
Cousin number 3 in the house.
Where'd he go? Okay, just stay up there. He's going to try to attack me from behind. 3-1 count now to Hunek, and they've got a spot for him, but Gerber's pitch count's really got to be mounting.
Yep, he's
at this point
at 60, 27 balls, 33 strikes.
Woo. That's a lot of pitches in not quite 3 innings.
Yep.
Over 20 an inning here.
Hitters count as well here to Donovan. Nope. And it's the second time he's walked Hunek, the 8-batter, and that'll send the 9-batter Cater to the plate with 2 men aboard.
The left fielder, number 15, Dylan Cater.
Cater, what's he done so far today, Derek?
Cater reached on a fielder's choice on a ground ball to Perkins.
2 down. Gerber, I think Coach McLean's just trying to get Gerber through this 3rd inning. Another pitch in the dirt. The only good news about it being in the dirt, at least you're giving the catcher a chance to knock it down. If it's too high the other way, no chance. Boy, the Panthers did a good job. They've answered Norwell's 3 spot here in the top of the 3rd. That's hit hard and foul down the left field line.
Yeah, that was smoked, but just foul.
They have figured out Carson Gerber as the Norwell bullpen will get active.
Yep, it's going to be Ryan Tomlin down there for Norwell.
Ryan, did he throw it all Thursday or Friday?
No, sir.
Yeah, he struggled a little bit here on Tuesday night last week.
Sure did.
Struggled finding the plate, and when he did, it was finding the barrel of the bat, as the count now goes to 2-1 on Cater. 2 down, a couple runners on for the Panthers. They've already brought 3 in the inning. Gerber checks the runners. The 2-1 is flown towards left field. Should be playable out there for Myers as he hauls it in with 2 hands. That'll end the inning. The Panthers come up with 3 runs on...
3 hits. They leave 2. To the bottom of the 3rd we go. Snider leading 4-3.
'Twas the month after Christmas, and all through your homes were the remnants of cookies and candies and scones. You ate so much sugar it made you feel crummy, and you can't fit any more in your overstuffed tummy. Plus, you've been running on empty to get everything done, and to exercise now doesn't sound like much fun.
Could this be your post-holiday anthem? The cooking, the wrapping, the running, the sleep deprivation. You've spent the last couple of months worrying about everyone else. It's time to focus on you with a membership to the YMCA of Greater Fort Wayne. The YMCA provides physical and social enrichment through family-friendly programs. Whether you're taking a group exercise class, learning a new language, connecting with friends, improving your health and well-being, or participating in family outings with the Y. Start the new year on a healthy, active foot for you and your family. To find out more, go to fwymca.org and request a one-day pass from any Y in Allen, Whitley, and Wells County so you can try the Y for yourself.
Welcome back to Ossian as we continue to investigate the Wasp situation. That's one of the cons of the weather heating up here in Indiana.
Yeah, there has been a wasp nest in somewhere in this.
And I think they've done a nice job of keeping it hidden over the years.
Yeah, they really have, because it's got to be. Of course, a wasp nest does not have to be very large.
No,
it's probably in one of the crevices. But every year we're having to take care of wasps. The good news is it's not a real aggressive swarm. I mean,
no,
they just kind of crawl around and let us smash them.
Yeah, and. That's grounded right towards the third baseman, Hunick. He will throw across the diamond for the out.
Schwartz squared that up. Hunick did a good job of getting the tough hop. Had plenty of time. And made a good throw.
Tomlin stands in. He's 0 for 1 with the ground out. Grounded out towards the second baseman.
Ryan really yet to get it going so far this year. I'm sure he will as a sophomore. I think he hit 7 home runs as a sophomore, if I recall.
And the Knights yet to hit one out of the ballpark at this point in the year.
Is that right?
Through 4 games.
Huh. That's hit hard into left field for a base hit for Tomlin. It takes a funky bounce, gets by Cater, and Tomlin will cruise into second with a stand-up double. Boy, that took an odd bounce, almost like a 30-degree hop to the right, or Cater's left. Got by him.
The first baseman, number 34, Levi Long.
So Long stands in. He doubled.
Runner at first, second base.
And it's going to be Garrett Waybright courtesy running at second.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Running at second base for the Knights, number 16, Garrett Waybright.
As Long stands in from the right side. Isaiah Knight's pitch total at 32, but much more efficient ratio than Gerber. He's at 9 balls to 23 strikes.
Ball just outside.
As the Knights have pounded out 5 hits so far. Snider was 6 of them. But the Knights have done a better job taking advantage of scoring opportunities, as Snider could very well have at least another run on the board.
Long absolutely smoked a double his last time up.
Did.
Over the left fielder's head. A hooking double into straightaway left. I think this is just going to be one of those days where the hitters win.
That's smoked out towards right field to the track, and that's going to go one hop the wall. Long is going to cruise into second base with a double. Garrett Waybright scores, and the Knights have tied up the ball game at 4.
Boy, Levi Long First he goes to left, and then he goes to right, both for doubles, both for RBI doubles.
The pitcher, number 12.
And we're tied up here in the bottom of the third. I just think it's one of those games, Derek, where,
it's just what's going to happen.
Last run scored wins, and it's just going to be a offensive game on both sides.
Gerber 1-for-1 with a double.
Tomlin back down in the Norwell bullpen, continuing to warm up.
Gerber smoked it off of Brewer's glove. It was awarded a double by the official scorekeeper.
You're the official scorekeeper.
I am not the official scorekeeper.
Oh, the official scorekeeper also ruled it a double, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's correct.
All right.
I am the unofficial scorekeeper. But, on the other hand, I have been at all the games this year, so that counts for something.
It sure does. By the way, that was the right shoulder of head coach Mark Skelton that you were looking at there for a moment.
There's a guy that needs to get out of the way.
Gerber hangs with the curveball. That's a effective a bat for Carson Gerber as he moves the runner over to third base. That's the potential lead run for the Knights.
Baseman, number 1, Quentin Middleton.
Middleton's been swinging it well. I saw he had a couple of hits up at Wawasee, I believe.
Yes, he did.
Three maybe.
It's hard to keep track of all the extra base hits for the Knights, as they really had a ton of them. Is kind of an interesting game, as not only, I believe, 4 extra base hits in a row in the second inning, but they also turned a triple play in the third.
I heard that. Yeah. The line drive that, from what I understand, they could have had 4 outs.
Yeah, they probably could have, and it was hit and run is what the situation was.
Had
so
the runners moving.
Everybody was moving, but the guy on third, and runners ended up everywhere.
1-0 swung at and missed. That was probably high, as Middleton took a big hack at it. Even the count at 1-1. 2 down. Big spot here for Quentin, trying to give the Knights the lead back here in the bottom of the third. Popped up and out of play. Please return the ball.
Foul ball to Lucky Finn in Lancaster.
Yeah, that was beyond the parking lot, I believe. So one nice thing this time of year, it's easy to find the foul balls.
Yep. Gets harder and harder as the season goes on. That's fouled straight back. Of course,
depends what they put over there, right?
Well,
that is true as well. As the field matures, baseballs become more difficult to find.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a bean field this year.
It was corn last year.
Yeah. It was.
1-2 count. Middleton really battling here. As
he's going to see at least 6 pitches. Is that one missed?
Actually, he's going to see it. This will be the 7th of the at-bat. He's fouled off 2, I believe.
That's correct. That'd be...
Yeah. 2-2, and that's popped out of play again. Right behind our press box. Rolling. It is just underneath the Buick with the Ohio plates. Easy to find, though. It's right in front of the left front tire.
That's right there.
Oh, boy. Quentin Middleton was looking for something else, and Knight able to preserve a tie here in the bottom of the third.
So, after 3 complete in that inning, the Knights, let's see, they get 2 hits, I believe. No runs. Actually, they did get a run, and they left 1 on base. After 3 complete, the Knights and Panthers tied at 4. We're back in a minute. You're listening to Knights Baseball on WellsCountyVoice.com.
The University of St. Francis Marching Pride is getting ready to debut later this year, and you could be the next member of Fort Wayne's only collegiate marching band.
I get to be part of a new tradition here in Fort Wayne.
Make new friends before classes start.
Helps reduce my tuition costs.
The University of St. Francis is now holding auditions at our Talent Scholarship Days, beginning Friday, March 4th on the USF campus. For more information, contact the University of St. Francis at 399-7700 or online at art.sf.edu.
It took Subway restaurants to do flatbread sandwich great, fresh roasted until its flavor reaches the towering peaks of Mount Delicious. You may have had other flatbread, but once you sink your teeth into this appetite-busting mountain of flavor, you'll know this is the real deal. Get any of your Subway favorites on our full-flavor flatbreads and let your taste buds sink into the delicious depth of goodness. Subway of Bluffton, eat fresh with 2 locations to serve you in North Main and inside Walmart.
Yeah, welcome back to Ossian, where Carson Gerber will remain on the mound for Norwell to start this 4th inning of play, and the Snider Panthers will send the top third of the order in Hippenhammer, Knight, and Everson to the plate.
I'm a little bit surprised Carson Gerber's still out there. This is the third time he's going to try to go through this order, and it appeared as though they had figured him out in that top of the 3rd inning. Slow curveball floats in there high. That was one of the slower breaking pitches he's thrown tonight.
Yep.
That's when I can hit floating softball.
Yeah.
I think Jeff could hit that. Jeff Kokenauer claiming he can hit a high school curveball. It's a 68-mile-an-hour curve, Jeff, but that's all right. But I'm glad you're feeling good about yourself. It's a 1-1 count now to Hippenhammer. Yes, a little bit of local pro baseball news. This should not be any surprise to anybody who follows the Tin Caps. Their catcher, Austin Allen, named the Midwest Player of the Week. I mean, he's only hitting .600.
Well, that's smoked into left center field. It's a base hit.
Yeah, and that's going to be extra bases for Hippenhammer. I would guess he does not try to get to second.
Well, the Knights, I think he probably would have had a good shot at getting in there. As Waybright not able to knock it down, although it doesn't matter. So it's another leadoff single. Hippenhammer now 2 for 3 on the afternoon, as we've eclipsed the 1-hour mark in this baseball game. And that's, I think, going to be it for Carson Gerber as coach on the field. As Andy McClain jogs out to the mound.
Well, he had Ryan Tomlin warming up. Tomlin was the DH for Garrett Waybright. So if he makes a change, somebody's going to have to come out of the game. As I don't think he's going to move Carson Gerber. Well, I guess he could. He's not going to put him at second.
No, he'd put Carson Gerber in right and move Wilson in to second.
If he wants to keep him in the game.
And he's going to keep him in at the mound. He's only allowed, that's it, he's out of trips. The next time he'll have to make a change, whether it's in this inning or not. We're in the top of the 4th, not the bottom of the 4th. My apologies. Go ahead and get that corrected on your screen. Is that pitch called a strike?
A lot of 4s up on that board right now. 4 runs for each team in the top of the 4th.
Well, the one strike that should be on there isn't right now.
It is an 0-1 count. And it is. We're not messing with you, Jeff.
Hippenhammer back in, standing up.
Gerber. Oh, boy, that was...
You get more umpires, and that's a balk.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's right. With just 2 umpires out there, it's very tough to tell a lefty if he's going past the 45-degree mark. That was a curveball in the dirt. Schwartz made a pretty good play to get it down there, but he was not going to get the fleet-footed Mac Hippenhammer, another stolen base for the Panthers.
Yeah, and you guys are absolutely right about that previous balk situation. That's probably only going to be called in sectional or actually any tournament play when there are at least 3 or in some cases 4 umpires.
Right. 2-1 in the dirt, now it's 3-1, and Carson Gerber laboring out there right now, the senior.
The part about that is that they don't get used to it.
Right.
It just shows up in sectional all of a sudden.
Right.
Umpires in that spot.
Mm-hmm.
Switching back to minor league baseball, saw this today. The California League and the Carolina League each send an all-star team. That's fouled down the third base line just out of the reach of Quentin Middleton. It'll make the count full to Isaiah Knight. But they each send an all-star team, and every year they switch back and forth between a Carolina League location and a California League location. This year it's in Lake Elsinore. They're going to have their home run derby on the USS Midway.
Really?
How about that? As Isaiah Knight fouls off the payoff pitch, count will remain 3-2. But I saw a drawing for it earlier today. It's really cool the way they're doing it. The end that the planes would take off is what's facing shore, the shoreline, and that's where they're going to have home plate. Yeah, so neat little deal out there. As Isaiah Knight swings through a high fastball. Big strikeout for Carson Gerber.
The right fielder.
1 out in the inning.
Number 14, Chandler Everson.
Everson's 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk, and he'll step in from the right side here with an RBI opportunity.
Mac Hippenhammer out there at second base is a threat to be sending signs.
Yep.
As he's signaling into what appears to be the dugout right now. Not quite sure what that's all about. It wasn't very subtle, for sure. Yeah.
So we do have a score update for you in other Norwell athletics, as I just saw the Adams Central bus leave. JV softball, the Knights scored as that's popped up into shallow center.
That's going to be a tough
and
play.
It's going to drop. But no runners will advance. Hippenhammer has to hold, and that'll allow 2 men to reach here in the 4th. Now, that's just a tough play.
Well, yeah, Garrett Wainwright at second base did not have much of a chance at that. The wind pushing it away from him.
Yep.
Not a big wind, but enough that it did have an effect, and ball just in no man's land. So Gerber looking for that ground ball. Try to get out of the inning.
Fitzgerald in here now.
Fitzgerald hit a shot up the middle his last at bat.
Referring back to that JV softball score, the Knights score 3 in the bottom of the 7th to win on a walk-off 7-6.
Nice. Where was that game, Derek?
That game was right over at the softball field.
So we missed a walk-off win.
We did. That game,
the
of course,
softball team, the
of course,
JV team.
Right, started at 5 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
We're currently 1 hour and 5 minutes into this one.
This game started at 5:30.
6 minutes, rather.
Right.
5:40 was the
5:40.
official first pitch.
Slowed up by the official score, no doubt.
And a
double
throw.
steal on, and Hippenhammer is going to steal third base. And I think if that throw goes to second, they've got an out.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely correct.
They're going to, yeah. Colin Schwartz is saying that Fitzgerald interfered. He didn't move, but you know what? He can do that. As long as he does not make an intentional move to create a problem, and he didn't.
That is correct.
Kept his feet still. 1 out with 2 Panthers in scoring position.
Coach Andy McLean still chirping from the dugout, but
I don't think he's going to change Jimmy Craig's mind.
No.
Of course, Jimmy behind the plate. Mark Mettler in the field. 2-2 count now. Now this is dangerous territory for Carson Gerber. That's hit deep to left field. That'll certainly score the run. As the throw comes in.
Oh, they're going to get him at second,
Yes,
and
they
he's
are.
out. Oh, he called him safe. Boy, the ball beat him, and I think the case may be he may have slid around the tag.
Well, that's
it didn't look
about
like
the
it,
only
but
case
that's
that
the
could
only
be
thing
made.
that could have happened. So,
Yeah.
regardless, that's the second out. But Snider takes the lead 5-4, as they still would have had the lead anyway, as Hippenhammer scored before the throw came back to second.
Of course, the base umpire with a much better angle than what we had, but from appearances and from the reaction of Garrett Wainwright at second base, they had the runner. As Middleton actually went out to get it. That's flown into left field. Myers with a long run hauls it in left center. That'll end the inning, but not before the Panthers retake the lead.
Yeah, they got a run on 2 hits. They leave one after 4.5. Actually, after 3.5. It's Snider at 5, Norwell 4.
Troxel Equipment offers a full line of John Deere equipment. Troxel Equipment features a large inventory of all makes and models of pre-owned equipment that has been well maintained and ready for service. Most of Troxel's pre-owned equipment was traded in from owner-operators. Be sure to ask about our certified pre-owned units. Troxel Equipment has the ability to customize your financing, lease, or installment contracts to meet your cash flow needs. Visit any of our 3 locations in Bluffton, Huntington, or Wabash, or check out our website for our inventory of new and pre-owned equipment. Troxel Equipment, the dealership you can trust.
At First Bank of Bern, you can depend on us for checking accounts that fit your needs. We have free checking with no strings attached. Absolutely free checking with a free Visa debit card, free online banking, even mobile banking. Stop by or call any First Bank of Bern office. We'll help you find a checking account that is perfect for you. First Bank of Bern, employee-owned and conveniently located. Visit us online at firstbankofbern.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Live life to the fullest at Adams Woodcrest Villas and Apartments. Make new friends and take part in educational, inspirational, and just plain fun activities. Enjoy the best in maintenance-free independent living. Enjoy life at Adams Woodcrest Villas and Apartments in Decatur.
Welcome back to Norwell. We do have some defensive changes for Snider. Brock Hinton replaces the starter, Isaiah Knight, on the mound for Snider. Knight moves to second base. And the previous second baseman, which...
Gavin Bean.
Yeah, that's Bean, and he is out of the lineup. So we'll get the final numbers to you right now on Isaiah Knight. He allowed 4 runs on 6 hits. All of them were earned. Struck out 3, did not walk a batter, and threw a total of 45 pitches in 3 innings of work today.
Zach Kintz will lead things off for the Knights here in the bottom of the 4th, and it's been a seesaw battle to this point.
It's actually Bailey Perkins leading things off for the Knights.
It is Bailey Perkins, but he looks a lot like Zach Kintz to my old eyes. As I looked up, saw the 4, and threw me off just a little bit.
Wearing 14 is... Yep. The Knights in their home white today.
Oh, and they look good, too. Like those uniforms. That pitch just a little bit high. New ones, aren't they? Yes. Perkins with a hitter's count here against Brock Hinton. Brock is a senior as well. That's smoked into right field.
And it's caught out there. Yes, it is
caught. A nice catch out there by Chandler Everson. On a sinking line drive. He went to his knees to catch it. That was a heck of a catch out there, Derek.
It really was, and it was a nice job as well to hang on to it after he made contact with the ground.
Yeah, he kind of stuck.
Yep, that's the first out here of the 4th.
Trevor Wilson in there and taking strike 1. That was a good pitch from Brock Hinton.
Wilson 0 for 1.
Well, and he also had a sacrifice fly, as
Correct.
I recall. Driving in one of the Knights' 4 runs. That's hit hard to right field.
Oh, he fell down. The right fielder is down, and it is lying just short of the wall. And Wilson will stop at second base.
Yeah,
give him a double.
Yeah, that's a double for Trevor Wilson and the right fielder.
And he's still down. I think he may have hurt the ankle.
He's going to need some attention after sticking the 3-point landing on the previous play.
Yeah.
That time he slipped. And I think he might have, it wouldn't surprise me at all if he pulled a muscle on that play. Yeah, it sure did.
Yeah, it did.
And he had a hard time getting up and getting the ball. Finally able to get it in, but not before Trevor Wilson in to second base with a stand-up double there.
Now, they're going to go check on him, so we'll take a very quick break and be back. The Knights have Wilson on second with 1 out, trailing 5-4.
Bluffton Roofing Incorporated prides themselves on developing a long-term relationship with their customers, listening to their needs and suggesting the proper course of action, be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement. Bluffton Roofing and owner James Worth are GAF certified and are certified weather stopper roofing contractors. Bluffton Roofing is fully insured, protecting you and your home. Call 824-3564 or 307-6313. Bluffton Roofing Incorporated. Quality first home improvements.
Hyundai Motors is celebrating 40 years of serving Wells County and the surrounding area with an outstanding selection of low-mileage cars, trucks, and SUVs that are in fantastic condition. And their ASE certified technicians in the service department offer oil changes, brakes, AC tune-ups, as well as a full line of replacement parts and tires, and are the best in customer satisfaction. Visit HyundaiMotors.com to browse their inventory of new and used vehicles.
Well, welcome back to Norwell, as we do have another defensive change. Dominique Reese is now in right field, replacing Everson.
Chandler Everson came to the bench. He was under his own power, so
yep.
I think he's going to be okay in the long term.
That's no pitch.
This is Zach Kintz.
This is Zach Kintz for sure.
He does not have a 1 in front of his 4.
No. Instead, more white space.
That's right. As that first pitch from Hinton called a no pitch. Kintz asked for time and got it from the home plate umpire Jimmy Craig. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. The Knights have been squaring up Hinton to this point.
The Knights have also been in some pretty long games this season, as that average sits right around 2 hours and 15 minutes. And that includes the 5-inning game on Friday. Yep, that's right. Tigers are off before 3 games in Kansas City.
That'll be a good test for both teams. I'm really interested to see how that plays out. 2 big series going on this week, in my mind. The Tigers and the Royals, even though it's very, very early. And the Cubs start a series in St. Louis tonight with John Lackey on the hill
Cubs.
And Jason Hayward in right field.
And they're coming off a series loss to the Rockies, correct?
First series loss of the year. They're only 9-3 now.
Only. 7-3.
Yeah, Tigers playing well. Royals.
Actually, 7-4, I think.
Okay. 2-1 counting out of Kintz. Runner in scoring position. That's Trevor Wilson out there at second. That's hit hard into left field. That's going to fall. And Coach McLean is going to hold Trevor Wilson.
Yeah, unfortunately, the left fielder tripped out there. It's Dylan Cater, and I think he would have had a good shot to score. But
I don't know. Trevor Wilson.
He's going to play the safe battle with just 1 out.
Yeah. Don't be surprised. Coach puts on a play here with Brody Myers at the plate. Brody's been handling the bat pretty well. He may put Kintz in motion. He may have Myers lay down a bunt. We'll see with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Myers not bunting. Kintz running, however. The throw cut off by the second baseman, Knight. And Wilson read it well, didn't go anywhere. So now 2 runners in scoring position for Brody Myers.
Yeah, it is a great opportunity.
Knights with a chance to retake the lead here with 1 swing of the bat. Just 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Myers bunting, as that was a straight squeeze. Wilson right on top of the plate, and Myers fouling it off. Now, on that kind of play, obviously you want to get the run in if you can, but a foul ball, not a horrible outcome. The worst outcome is pulling the bat back or bunting through it.
Yeah.
We had a 14-year-old bunt through it, and a good job by Brody Myers. Smokes it into center field. Coach McLean sending both runners. Here comes the throw. It's going to be cut off, and the Knights retake the lead. A 1-out single from Brody Myers, and Derek, he is swinging the bat.
He is really swinging the bat, and he's swinging it well as he gets a 2 RBI single to give the Knights the lead once more in a seesaw affair, and Schwartz will step in.
Colin Schwartz, the catcher, has done a nice job behind the plate today, looking to add to that from an offensive standpoint here.
Schwartz is 0 for 2 with a couple of ground outs.
Good dirt read there by Brody Myers. Brody he was. Saw the spin out of the pitcher's hand. And the catcher, Coons, really had no shot at Myers, even if he came up with it cleanly.
I couldn't do that good on MLB The Show.
As a little conference here between Coach McLean and Colin Schwartz. Brody didn't try to do too much with that ball on that single. He just used the big part of the field, got the barrel to it, gave the Knights the lead. Schwartz with enough pop to get it out of this place today. And he hits that hard into left field, playable for the left fielder. Dylan Cater hauls it in. That ball well struck. But it results in the second out of the inning.
The designated hitter, number 18, Ryan Tomlin.
Well, and I got to believe, as Ryan Tomlin steps in here, I got to believe he's going to go to the bump at the top of the fifth, wouldn't you, Derek?
I'd have to think so. Carson Gerber at 82 pitches, and he's been hit hard today.
You know, he's been wild. Number of walks. Didn't hit anybody.
Yep.
Breaking pitch from Hinton in there for strike one.
Yeah. Ratio was 36 balls to 46 strikes.
That is not good.
No. Although, that's fouled off and that'll get out of play. And we've seen much worse ratios, as a matter of fact, over the course of this season even.
Yeah.
Is actually by Norwell pitching as well.
On the other end of that, I just remember this because it was such a big piece. But in 13, Luke Hunter struck out 100 batters, and I think walked 3, I believe. It was. I mean, he was right around. Maybe it wasn't 100. Maybe it was 80 some or something. But it was a big number on the strikeout side, and I know it was single digits on walks. It was like a 24-to-1 ratio or something.
Wow.
It was ridiculous. Yeah, and he's still doing it at Taylor. He had a great weekend as they, I believe, swept. Was it Goshen or Bethel? It was Goshen. Okay. Yeah, he's had a real good junior year at Taylor this year.
Yes.
Okay. 2-2 count now to Tomlin.
Kint's apparently becoming Mr. Van Meter's go-to guy.
Yeah. I was going to say Kintz is out there at second base, so I just kind of merged the two.
Well, he's not. So
and he's not out there either.
No, that's Myers out there at second.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's just how bad it is. You know, the neck's fixed, but the eye's aren't. It's hell getting old. You know, I can't tell you. Yeah. I think what happened is I looked at the scoreboard and saw the 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a bigger 4. LED 4.
3-2 count to Tomlin as he steps out, shaking out that left arm. The senior looking to add on here for the Knights. Brody Myers out at second. Yeah, that's what it looks like. And it is, and it's hit. Oh, caught.
Nice catch by Isaiah Knight.
Well timed by Isaiah Knight. Climbed the ladder for the third out of the inning. But the Knights retake the lead.
We have 3 hits, 2 hits, 2 runs, 3 hits, left 1. After 4 complete, Norwell 6, Snider 5. We're back in a minute.
Hi, this is Ken Mast with New Holland Tri-County. We are looking forward to providing you with sales and service again this year. We are inviting all of our customers to our open house on February the 23rd at our facility on State Road 1, just south of Bluffton. We'll be hosting a Kinsey clinic in the morning from 9 to 11, followed by lunch at noon. If you haven't had the opportunity to check out our expanded facility, this is your chance. In addition to lunch, we will be offering discounts on parts. We'll be on hand to answer any questions you may have. We look forward to visiting with each and every one of you and show you our product lines. Once again, the open house is February 23rd with the Kinsey Clinic from 9 to 11, followed by lunch. New Holland, Tri-County, just south of Bluffton on State Road 1. Hope to see you there.
Yeah, welcome back to Aussie, and the Knights leading 6-5 heading into the top half of the fifth inning. We do have some defensive changes for Norwell. Ryan Tomlin on to pitch for Norwell. At second base, it's Trevor Wilson and Carson Gerber in right.
Trevor Wilson. And on the mound, number 18, Ryan Tomlin.
So that means
the DH is gone.
The DH is gone. Garrett Waybright is out. But can re-enter.
Yes, with the unusual high school rules, although I don't think it's unusual for Indiana. I mean, I think every state has unusual rules when it comes to high school baseball. Yeah. And they make unusual rulings, as I don't know if you saw this, fellas, but currently the favorite to go 1-1 in the June draft, Rule 4 draft, is a left-handed pitcher out of New Jersey by the name of Jason Groom. Jason has never changed his residential address, but after his sophomore year, he went to the IMG Academy to be able to play year-round and moved back home and was declared a transfer 3 weeks into the baseball season by the New Jersey Athletic Association. So it's not just the Indiana Athletic Association that's full of clowns.
And we have talked about
also a part of that.
We've talked
They're
about
all a bunch of clowns. You're exactly right, Mr. Kopenauer.
High school athletic associations, not only here in Indiana, but we've talked about that a couple times. Talked about it in basketball season.
And in Groom's particular situation, I mean, he's been back at school since August.
Yeah.
Well, the Panthers trying to retake the lead as this game has really gone back and forth. First pitch from Tomlin in there for a strike to the batter.
Fun game to watch.
It is a fun game to watch if you like offense.
Yep.
A lot of hard hit balls this evening.
5 runs on 8 hits for Snider, 6 runs on 9 hits for the Knights.
Oh, Tomlin with a nasty breaking pitch. As you can tell, he's throwing a good pitch if his hat falls off.
And we saw last week, we saw Levi Long, the first baseman, trade hats.
Yeah, try to get one that'll stay on his head. See, the problem with those flat-billed hats, the straight flat bills like what Ryan's wearing, is that you got to get them a little big to fit properly. And if you've got a lot of hair, oh, yeah, another good breaking ball from Tomlin rings up the hitter looking. Wow.
So that'll send Armstrong to the plate.
Wow. That was a good breaking ball from Ryan Tomlin.
Armstrong is 2 for 2 with a pair of doubles.
Armstrong swinging the bat well this evening. He's hit it hard to left, hit it hard to right, both for stand-up doubles. He takes that breaking pitch low from Tomlin. The Knights staff has thrown a lot of breaking balls tonight. That one just inside. And I'll tell you what, if I'm an umpire, I'm saying go get a bobby clip for that hat. I'm serious.
Yeah, we have had numerous occasions in this press box where we have had the hat count on. We did last year. Well, we're at 2.
Oh, you've missed
Actually, that was at 3 right there at least, because
you've missed a. Does it count if it comes off or if it hits the ground?
Okay, we'll just say it hits the ground.
Okay,
so
it's only hit the ground twice.
It's twice. We're at 2.
Yeah, it's only hit the ground twice. There's another breaking pitch, and that's in there for a strike. 2-2 now.
See, he's catching the hat.
He is catching the hat. It's very effective
acrobatic
for your follow-through.
Yeah.
That's one of the things you teach when you're teaching pitching. Another breaking pitch inside is
hat count at 3.
Yeah, get out over your front side and catch your hat.
Oh, number 4.
The cap has now hit the ground 4 times. 3-2 count now to Armstrong.
Keep in mind it's not windy today either.
Mm-mm.
So
no, it is not.
Oh,
that pitch high, and it definitely was high. The hat count up to 5 now. And that'll bring up the big third baseman.
Third baseman, number 24, Donovan Hunick.
Donovan Hunick will step in with 1 out.
Pair of walks today for Hunick. That's ripped into right field. That's going to be a base hit. There goes Armstrong to second base, and there are 2 men aboard with 1 out. Cater is 0 for 2 with reaching on a fielder's choice and a fly out to Myers. In a big situation for him here. As that one called strike 1. Good first pitch from Tomlin.
Runners at first and second for the Panthers with 1 out here in the top of the 5th.
Comes the 0-1. Fouled back, out of play. 0-2. Cater.
Cater has been busy.
He has.
In left field tonight for the Snider Panthers. Made some good plays and has just had to chase some down. He's had, I would guess, close to half of Norwell's hits have been his way. That's grounded towards short. That could be 2. Perkins to second with the shovel.
It's not going to be in time, and it's going to go to the fence.
And that's going to allow a run to score.
That's the first error of the ball game for either team. So Cater reaches on.
Yeah, Trevor was just trying to get rid of it in a hurry, and his throw sailed high. Levi Long really didn't have much of an opportunity to flag that down.
He actually doesn't reach on the error, but
it reaches on the fielder's choice.
Right, the error scores the run.
This is Mac Hippenhammer, batting left-handed, a switch hitter. First time to the plate on this side of the plate today. Skelton flashing signs down there in the third base coach's box. About the only thing that could be would be a steal. As Cater with a decent lead, not going. That pitch called just low, and it's 2-0 now to Hippenhammer. Two out here in the top of the 5th. This has been a long game. A lot of runs, a lot of hits.
Just 1 error. Been pretty clean. 6 runs, 9 hits apiece. And both teams scoring in every inning but the first. There goes the runner.
In there for a strike. Good throw from Schwartz, but really had no chance at Cater as Perkins came across to try to apply the tag. Didn't hold on to it, but it really didn't matter. Cater was there by a pretty good margin. So he's in scoring position now for Hippenhammer with a 2-2 count and 2 outs.
Yeah, big situation. Snider can retake the lead here with the base hit.
His lead has seesawed the last few innings, really since the second inning.
And Colin Schwartz going out there, and it's going to change the signs again.
Yep.
That count is at 6. I believe that came, on the base hit?
Yeah,
or no, on the fielder's choice.
I think you might have missed one, Jeff. I'm guessing at least 7. Yeah.
Well, it's going to be in double digits before the night's out.
It's going to be maybe in double digits for the innings out.
Be.
The 2-2.
That's foul. I think it went off of the bottom of the bat.
Yeah, I think it did. Count remains 2-2. The Tin Caps in Lansing tonight with an early 2-0 lead on the top of the first. They have been on fire. They lost yesterday, but that was their first home loss, a 6-game homestand. That's hit up the middle, and there could be a play. As Cater around third, the throw will come into the plate, but Schwartz steps up and keeps Hippenhammer from advancing to second. The Panthers retake the lead. Boy, this game just going back and forth. Good piece of hitting there by Hippenhammer. Again, didn't try to do too much, just slapped it up the middle.
It's the third hit of the afternoon for Mack.
11, Isaiah Knight.
Knight steps in. This has been absolutely a quality baseball game if you like offense, and Hippenhammer certainly a threat. Yeah, I do too. Although I appreciate a pitching battle once in a while, but that's coming from a fan of the American League. You appreciate offense a little more.
What do you think about the National League adopting the DH, fellas, with both you guys being American League guys?
I don't think you can do it.
Resounding no from both. That's interesting. I'm pro DH. Didn't used to be.
Well, I'm
also pro bat flips.
Oh.
And I didn't used to be that either.
Jose Bautista.
That was the greatest thing since sliced bread. I mean, you hit a 93-mile-an-hour fastball out to tie up.
Oh, he's going to. Now he's safe. Just in there is Hippenhammer.
Boy, that throw right on the money.
Yeah, the throw couldn't have gotten any better. And Coach Andy McLean displeased with that call.
Well, hard to tell from this angle. I mean, we got Hippenhammer between us and the bag.
Well, he has stolen third on one occasion as well.
Is that throw though,
that's
right
perfect.
On the money.
Very close.
It's hard to get Hippenhammer stealing. I mean,
sure. But that's about the best you could have executed it there.
Yeah.
Just about.
About the only thing that you could have done different is have a fastball to be able to throw.
Yep.
A 1-2 count now on this hitter. 2 down. Boy, and Tomlin really needs to end this inning right here.
Well, we've been talking about the tie on and off today, and fellas, that may play into factor here because the way this game is being stretched out, that's fouled away.
I'm guessing that just barely cleared the fence.
Of course, no lights here at Norwell, and that could become a factor as the sun begins to set. Especially with a 5:30 start time.
Yep, it's
7:16.
Yeah.
So catcher interference. So let's see. That pitch is not a pitch, I don't believe.
That is correct. And here's what's interesting about that. It's not an error on Schwartz. No. It's catcher's interference. It's its own category. But it puts runners on first and second.
The right fielder, number 17,
for
Dominic
Reese. And Dominic Reese, this will be his first at bat as he came in for Everson, who injured himself in the last half inning.
Officially, I believe that's catcher's obstruction.
No, it's actually catcher's
interference.
Yep, CI.
CI?
Yep, and it's just one of those things. It's a unique thing in the box score.
Right, and that's what I was thinking as well. Then I score is incorrect because I guess you could have catcher's obstruction if you had.
You could. Yeah, you could.
If you had a
rundown or something like that.
Or if you had him coming out and obstructing on the base pass on a bunt or what have you.
Yep. You do see it every once in a while. Typically, it's either on a bunt or a rundown type situation.
Right.
The 0-1 is high.
Yeah.
Apparently, or it might have been
off the plate.
Yeah. I think you're right, Derek. I think it was outside. 1-1 count now to Reese. That's Hippenhammer out there at second. And he's got wheels.
Yes, he does.
He's already stolen a couple of bases tonight.
Yeah, that was number 3 or number 4 for Hippenhammer. I believe that was 3.
I'll tell you what, if I'm Tomlin here, yeah, just throw the fastball as Reese not able to catch up with it. He was a day late and dollar short on that one. 1-2 count. And you certainly don't want to speed up his bat by throwing a breaking ball. Colin Schwartz is now rolling the signs over again, using a series of touches as opposed to fingers. The 1-2 pitch from Tomlin on its way is fouled away. Back over the parking lot. Now to play. What a beautiful evening here in northeast Indiana. A little cloud cover.
81 degrees current temperature. Ooh. That is perfect.
That is for April for sure.
And a light to calm wind.
You know, we earned it, though, with a couple of rough weeks.
Although, to be fair, and that's strike 3, and that's going to end the half inning. The side is retired. Let's see. 2 runs on 2 hits. They lead, and there was 1 error, and they leave 2 after 4.5. Snider 7. Norwell 6. We're back in a moment.
At Warren Pharmacy, we offer local delivery, accept hundreds of prescription insurance plans, offer special ordering for hard-to-find items, have home health care and convalescent supplies, stock Nature's Bounty, Windmill, and basic vitamins, and Nature's Sunshine nutritional products, along with many other services provided. Warren Pharmacy, 222 North Wayne Street in Warren. You can reach them toll-free at 800-895-7035. Warren Pharmacy, we're big enough to meet your needs, yet small enough to know your name.
Hi, this is Dale from the Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com.
Yeah, welcome back to Norwell. We do have another defensive change. Jack James enters at left field wearing number 27.
Well, the Knights trying to come from behind again here. 3rd inning in a row where they've had the lead and given up the lead. Brock Hinton still on the mound for the Panthers. And Levi Long at the plate. Levi with a very good night so far. A couple of doubles.
Tomlin threw 28 pitches in that 5th inning.
Ooh, that's a lot of pitches.
8 balls, 20 strikes. Yeah.
That fastball right through the heart of the zone. 1-1 count now to Long. Long takes that breaking ball just outside, it appeared. Coons, the catcher for Snider, as the pitchers are being called from the dugout. Looks over here. I keep thinking he wants me to call the pitch, as that's a nice play again by the 3rd baseman, Hunick.
Tag is applied.
And that'll be the first out of the inning. Hunick's made a couple of good plays down there at third base this evening.
Yeah, he doesn't move a lot on ground balls or fly balls. He's not very active away from the baseball, but he does make some nice plays.
He's shown a good glove as Carson Gerber steps in. The one that really comes to mind is the one that that hard hit ball right at him, but it took a funny hop and made a real nice play on it. Showed good hands. Gerber with an 0-1 count now. Pitch well outside and away. That looked like he tried to throw a breaking ball, and it just sat out there and spun. No break to it. The 1-1 now from Hinton. Swung on and missed. Gerber swinging through a fastball. Behind in the count now, 1-2. The Knights down 7-6 here in the bottom of the 5th. And with this cloud cover, as Derek mentioned, it's going to get darker a little bit sooner than what it has the last few evenings. I'll tell you what, they could have been playing at 8:30 last night, as there was not a cloud in the sky.
And it's been like that the last several days.
Well, really since last Tuesday, as far as from a clear standpoint.
Right.
1-2 fouled away and out of play. That was a well-located fastball from Hinton.
This will be pitch 6 of the at-bat.
So a quality at-bat for Gerber. But Knights need runners right now. That's hit well.
Down for a base hit. Nobody was covering first. And that will allow Gerber to reach.
Another hit for Carson Gerber. He's had a good night.
Yeah, he's now a double and a single to go along with the ground out.
Quentin Middleton will step in. Quentin struck out his last time.
Struck out looking on a pitch I don't think he was looking for. It's good at bat.
Yeah. I think he was looking for something off speed. And
yeah.
Knight at the time threw a good fastball that caught him looking. First pitch from Hinton in the dirt for ball 1. Gerber diving back into the bag on the throw over. It's the first time Hinton's thrown to the base since he's been in there, I believe. And it is warm in this press box, fellas. That's a well-struck ball into the center field. And
Gerber did come back, and even with good speed out there in Brewer, he's not going to get there.
Yeah, I think Gerber was concerned about it being hauled in by the second baseman, and I think Hippenhammer might have deked him a little bit.
Yeah, that's
part of the game.
Yeah, that's good quality by, actually that's the second baseman, Isaiah Knight.
No, yeah, but it was Hippenhammer, I think, that deked him. Yeah, because he bumped Knuckles with Gerber on the play.
So, 0-1 is the count to Mr. Perkins, who's 0 for 1.
Carson Gerber at second. And Quentin Middleton at first. That's Perkins with the foul ball off his foot.
It is Perkins.
How about that?
It's not
right
Kintz.
Player, right number.
Kintz is in the hole.
Number 14 in your program, number 1 in the Perkins family heart. Got to tell you, I've been obviously listening to Lake Elsinore Storm baseball on the radio, and if you want some entertainment, guys, just tune in at 9 p.m. Eastern, as pretty sure he fried his last brain cell in 1987. Oh, my goodness.
Lake Elsinore.
Yeah, that's right. Where the tall boys flow. That breaking ball just missed. Snider wanted it. Goes to 1-2 on Bailey Perkins. He hasn't called a baseball all season. It's a pearl.
It's a pearl.
It's a pearl. That's flown out towards right field. As the right fielder camps under it.
That's going to be deep enough to allow Gerber to move to third. Middleton will hold at first.
And that new right fielder, Dominic Reese, did
now, wait
a good job of
we're
getting
going to have an
throw
appeal, and he's out. He left early. And they're going to get him. Mark Metler on the call, and he's going to call him out.
And I couldn't tell, fellas.
It's very close if it was.
I saw the right fielder catch the ball, but I couldn't.
Wasn't enough to call it.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
That'll end the inning.
So the Knights get no runs. They had 2 hits in the inning. They leave 1. And after 5 complete, it's Snider 7, Norwell 6. We're back in a moment.
Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric strives to be your total service provider. Their licensed technicians can handle all of your electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling needs, and now offers duct cleaning. No job is too small or too large for their service professionals. From electrical repairs, water heater replacements, sewer and drain cleaning, well repair, and remodel jobs. Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric, located behind Lowe's on Commerce Drive in Bluffton, 888-824-3332. That's 824-3332.
Troxel Equipment offers a full line of John Deere equipment. Troxel Equipment features a large inventory of all makes and models of pre-owned equipment that has been well maintained and ready for service. Most of Troxel's pre-owned equipment was traded in from owner-operators. Be sure to ask about our certified pre-owned units. Troxel Equipment has the ability to customize your financing, lease, or installment contracts to meet your cash flow needs. Visit any of our 3 locations in Bluffton, Huntington, or Wabash, or check out our website for our inventory of new and pre-owned equipment. Troxel Equipment, the dealership you can trust.
Hey, welcome back to Ossian. Snider leading 7-6.
The Knights not getting any breaks this evening.
No.
Carson Gerber called for leaving the base too early. Fitzgerald stepping in for the Panthers, and he takes strike 1. Ryan Tomlin trying to accomplish 2 things this inning, get 3 outs quickly and keep his hat on his head. 0-1 pitch to Fitzgerald on its way. That's grounded foul. And to the fence, where a number of Norwell fans are located along that sidewalk area. That's turned out to be a really nice seating area for folks if they bring their own chairs.
Absolutely.
Or blankets. Tomlin quickly ahead of Fitzgerald here, 0-2. The pitch. Oh,
yes, he did go.
He did go.
Yes, he did.
Yep.
And they ring him up as it looked like he went from here for sure.
Yep.
That'll be the first out of the inning on 3 pitches from Ryan Tomlin. That's a good spot for that pitch. It was a fastball that was up in the zone, pitch you're normally not going to swing at. But Fitzgerald definitely offered at it.
So this is Brewer.
Michael Brewer's had a good night as well. Manning center field for Coach Skelton. The right-handed hitter takes a ball in the dirt for ball 1. I believe Tomlin had to have switched hats, as this one is staying on his head with some regularity.
Some.
We have no hat hits to the ground so far this inning.
There it is.
There's the first one.
And are we shocked?
No.
I mean,
how can you be? It's a 2-0 count now to Brewer. No, and the shock is not the fact that his hat hit the ground, but the fact that I jinxed him for it to hit the ground is
because
Tomlin's pitch goes to the screen and his hat goes to the ground.
Because that's what he does.
That's right.
That's what
he is, the jinx machine.
He is.
3-0 now to Brewer. Tomlin taking an extra couple of beats here. After striking out Fitzgerald on 3 pitches, struggling with the light hitting Michael Brewer.
And
3-0, low ball 4.
He's had a nice day. He's 2 for 3 with a pair of singles, a fly out, and now a walk to that total. As there's 1 man aboard with an out.
The pitcher, number 26, Brock Hinton.
Hinton, the 6th batter. Also currently the pitcher for Snider, and that's popped up into shallow left field. Myers coming on, and he'll haul it in for the 2nd out of the inning.
Brody has been busy out in left field tonight as well.
Yeah, both the left fielders have been busy. Armstrong 2 for 2 with a pair of doubles and a walk.
Of course, we've got the camera set up to face home plate. Right now, we're got a nice shot of the Snider pitching coach, number 8. And that was a player protecting possibly a new pitcher for the Panthers.
They come across the screen pretty fast.
It was number 4, who I don't have on my list, number 20, who I don't have on my list, or number 24.
Okay.
It was one of those 3.
Well, there was, yeah.
24 was Donovan Hunick. I was talking about the last 2 guys. I'm guessing Hunick is the one warming up.
He's about as sweaty as I am right
now.
Yeah. Donovan Hunick, currently the 3rd baseman, a junior. Good size young man. He's played a good third base, but he may be coming in in the bottom of the 6th for the Panthers. The Panthers leading 7-6 here in the top of the inning with a runner on and 2 outs.
Good scoop by Long on a not-so-good throw from Tomlin. Very true. Lester, John. And just back in there is Brewer.
Couldn't see that. My view was blocked by the corner of the press booth.
Newly painted.
Yep. 3 throws in a row from Ryan Tomlin. 1-0 count on the batter. 2 down here in the top of the 6th. The Knights trying to keep it at a 1-run Panther lead. Nice hat catch there by Tomlin again.
You know, and this 1-run lead is pretty critical as we start to head into the latter innings of this baseball game. Just 2 more chances for the Knights, assuming they do not take the lead and hold it in the bottom of the 6th. There's 3 balls and no strikes to Armstrong. And still nobody in action in the Norwell bullpen. And that's another 4-pitch walk.
That pitch not even close as it was over the head of the batter. Schwartz asking for time. He's going to go out and have a conversation with Ryan Tomlin. Ryan, after breezing through the first batter of the inning on 3 pitches, struggling with his control and command here in the top of the 6th. This is what we saw last Tuesday, Derek, as well.
Absolutely is. Of course, the Knights held a lead for the entire game, but as a matter of fact, I think they may have trailed for half an inning this year coming in.
Hunick with a big swing on that fastball.
Frank Thomas swing right there.
Yeah, came up empty.
Also a Frank Thomas swing.
Yeah. 0-1, 2 outs. An insurance run out at second base for the Panthers. The person of Michael Brewer.
Nice pitch.
In scoring position. Tomlin quickly ahead of Hunick. Tell you what, I think if he throws a breaking ball that starts on the outer third, he gets Hunick here. Even though I'm not a big proponent of 0-2 breaking pitches.
And we won't be able to tell.
Yeah.
No.
We will be able to tell if it's a breaking pitch. True. The 0-2, it was a breaking pitch, and it was low. And that's another hit on the hat count. It's 3 this inning.
Well, we're currently at 13, but
score at home.
We know that we're probably a few behind.
Yeah, we're probably a little light on. I think 13's a little light.
13's probably pretty light.
Sure. Yeah. 1-2 pitch. There goes Brewer. That's popped over second. That is going to fall. As the throw is going to go to third. They've got the runner.
And he missed it.
And the throw gets by Quentin Middleton. Ryan Tomlin doing a great job of getting back there to back up that play. As the throw was a short hop from Zach Kintz. And, boy, I tell you, you preach it and you preach it, and it's tough to execute sometimes when the adrenaline's flowing. But you've either got to get that ball there in the air or it's got to be a long hop, and that was neither of those things.
No.
Jack James with his first plate appearance.
May have a pitching change here. We'll see what Andy McLean has to say.
Well, Ryan Tomlin, in his, I believe it's only his second outing of the year, has struggled.
Yeah.
Against a very good Snider Panther team. 2 down. Runners on the corners for Snider.
A very quick discussion.
Tomlin's going to stay on the mound.
Yeah, the Knights really need that final out now.
Actually, it's not runners on the corners. Hunick's at second base.
Right.
He moved up on the throw that got by Middleton at third. And we're going to have a pinch runner.
Number 4.
Your attention, please. Now running at second base for the Panthers, number 4, Charlie James.
I'm guessing Charlie may be some relation to Jack James.
Big at bat here.
Of course, Jack James now playing left field for the Panthers. That pitch almost got by Colin Schwartz. Boy, Colin's done a good job back there tonight.
He absolutely has.
Now, I hope I don't jinx him, but.
What?
I mean, he hadn't had one get by him yet. One, yeah, I better find some. There we go. The 1-0 count. That's popped up, straight up.
And that is going to get back out of play.
Chasing it back to the backstop, but ran out of room. A 1-1 count now to Jack James. James with his first at bat. He's got, looks like pretty good speed at second and third. At least lean players out there. Gazelles. Yes, that's a good animal analogy. 2 outs. There's been 2 outs for a while. Panthers with a 2-run lead. Tomlin checks. The 1-1 is in there for strike 2. James just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball. Tomlin trying to get out of this inning with just the 1 run allowed.
Big pitch coming up. Called, strike 3.
That was a breaking ball, and it froze Jack James. However, the Panthers now with a 2-run lead.
1 run on 1 hit, and they left 2. At the end of 5 1/2, it's Snider 8. Norwell 6. We're back in a moment. You're listening to Tonight's Baseball on Wells County Voice, part of the Voice Sports Network.
Costly misconceptions about collision repair, brought to you by Lauren's Body Shop.
The insurance company is responsible for selecting the shop to repair your vehicle.
False. Insurance agents and adjusters have no authority in telling you where to have your vehicle repaired. It's your investment and responsibility to select a competent collision repair facility.
In business since 1951, Lauren's Body Shop on East Dustman Road specializes in insurance collision repair, offers free estimates, and an outstanding limited lifetime warranty. Visit laurensbodyshop.com.
Bluffton Roofing Incorporated prides themselves on developing a long-term relationship with their customers, listening to their needs and suggesting the proper course of action, be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement. Bluffton Roofing and owner James Worth are GAF certified and are certified weather stopper roofing contractors. Bluffton Roofing is fully insured, protecting you and your home. Call 824-3564 or 307-6313. Bluffton Roofing Incorporated. Quality first home improvements.
And welcome back to Norwell. The Knights trailing 8-6 as we head into the bottom half of the 6th inning. The Knights will send Wilson, Kintz, and Myers to the plate. And Brock Hitton still on the mound for Snider. He's thrown 38 pitches to this point, and 39 is fouled back out of play.
And, of course, he replaced Isaiah Knight, who threw the first innings for Snider.
That's ripped into deep center field, but it's not deep enough as Michael Brewer will make the catch on the run.
That was well struck by Trevor Wilson, but couldn't get it by the speedy Michael Brewer.
Wilson has struck the ball well 3 times today.
Yes, he has.
2 of them have been outs to the center fielder, and the other one hit his glove.
Mm-hmm.
That's popped up, and he's going to have maybe a chance. Nope, it's out. Oh, 0-1 on the top of the order. Kintz is 2 for 3 with a strikeout, a double, and a single.
Right now, the Knights need base runners.
Yeah, they do.
Trailing by 2, it's getting late.
It is getting late, and it wouldn't be a bad time for that first home run of the season. It is not. It is never a bad time for a hot dog.
Is a hot dog a sandwich? Sure. Derek, what's your vote? That pitch.
I don't think it's a sandwich.
I don't believe it is either.
It is. It does have a bun, but a bun doesn't make it a sandwich.
It's an elongated bun.
It is.
Yeah. I would not call a hot dog a sandwich, nor would I call a sausage a sandwich, nor would I call a...
Well, you can have a sausage sandwich.
Well, yeah, if you got a patty.
Right.
Yeah, patty sausage. I'm talking about smoked sausage.
I don't know, but it's all good.
The 2-1 pitch in there for a strike, and the count now 2-2 on Zach Kintz.
That's all that matters to me is taste.
Spanish dog down in Buffy's.
Yeah, Spanish dog with a little mustard. Ooh, that is an all-American dinner right there.
Yep.
It may be called a Spanish dog, but it is all-American. 2-2 remains the count on Zach Kintz. Can you tell it's dinner time, and we haven't had any yet?
Come on down to Buffy's and get yourself a Spanish dog.
Is Bummy's open?
Oh, yeah.
It is.
Absolutely.
Okay. Great. Haven't been down there yet. Is that pitch? Good eye by Zach Kintz. It didn't miss by much high.
I believe it opened the week that all the Wells County schools were on spring break.
Okay.
Which was earlier than maybe just before.
Hitting with the payoff pitch is popped up on the infield. It should be playable for the shortstop Hippenhammer. It is, and that'll be the second out of the inning. The Knights still trail by 2. And Hinton has done a good job against the top of the Knights order here so far. Brody Myers, a couple of hits tonight, a couple big hits. Drove in had a 2-run, 2 RBI hit earlier. Shows bunt. The hits his bat. It was up and in. And
actually might have got him.
Yeah, it might have. No, it hit the bat, but, well, it might have caught his nose.
Could have grazed him first and then went off the bat because it went off the bat hard.
Yeah. Well, if it hit him before it hit the bat, he gets
that's
his
what
base.
They're going to talk about. We do have a little conversation.
Yeah, if it hit him first, then he gets first
I don't
base.
think it's possible that it...
Yeah.
Yep, he's going to give him first because I don't think it's possible for him to have bunted and it would have stayed closer to his face. It would have deflected back as far as it would have been.
Yeah.
And
as Jimmy Craig comes over to explain it to the coach, it's an assistant coach that's talking to Jimmy, Coach Skelton, back here by the press box, because I think Coach Skelton knows that's the right call. As Brody Myers is going to take his base. Oh, yeah, you can tell. It definitely caught him on the nose.
Oh, sure.
Well,
and just by immediately he kind of backed out of there.
Yeah.
And you could tell.
Yeah. His face really flashed away from the plate.
Yep.
As this argument's not going to go anywhere. I mean, anybody on this side could readily tell that it hit the batter before it hit the bat.
Well, it's a.
So Brody Myers at first with 2 outs, and Colin Schwartz stepping into the batter's box.
And that just comes down to the way the ball traveled.
Yeah.
I mean, that's simple. I mean,
yeah. It couldn't have got to the bat before it got to his face.
Schwartz does represent the tying run here in the bottom of the 6th. That's ball 1.
Coach Skelton.
Well,
Coach Skelton describing that play to us in pantomime fashion.
The good news is that was caught on video.
It was.
It was. So Myers back in there safely.
And that's what I was saying. Coach Skelton knew exactly what happened on that play. He let his assistant coach go out and put up a little bit of a fuss, but Schwartz with a 1-0 count now. And he fouls it at the plate.
Out straight back.
He was right on that pitch.
It was. Schwartz 0 for 3 with 2 ground outs and a fly out to this point. Looking for his first hit of the afternoon, and it would be a big one.
Not getting dark, but dark enough that the sunglasses have to come off.
Oh.
For this radio announcer. Online announcer. It's not radio.
It's online radio. Live.
With a video feed.
That's correct.
That pitch curves inside to throw down Myers with a stolen base.
I think that hit Myers.
Yeah.
Hit his foot.
Yeah, it never got to the second baseman, Knight, who was covering.
So 2-1 is the count on Schwartz.
2 down. Schwartz represents the tying run in this one.
Tomlin waits on deck.
Schwartz, the third hitter in the Knights lineup. Looks at that curveball down low. And, boy, he's got to look for one pitch here and look to drive it. Trailing by 2. This is where you take a big boy swing, fellas.
Yep. If it's there. It's there, you got to take a big boy
You're
swing.
thinking lift. And he does, and he swung through a high fastball. That's a well-located fastball from Hinton. He
Absolutely.
got it just above his hands.
Yep. Great pitch.
Count will go full. But Cullen was trying to do the right thing as well. He's trying to put it out there on the tennis courts.
Yep. We know he has that kind of power.
The 3-2 is hit hard into right field, and that will be caught by the right fielder, Dominic Reese, and that'll end the threat here after 6 innings.
No runs, 1 hit, 1 left for the Knights in the bottom of the 6th. We head to the 7th. Snider 8, Norwell 6. We're back in a moment. You're listening to Knights Baseball on The Voice.
The Bowling Center in Bluffton has Friday Night Trio League for ages 4 through 19 with sign-ups going on now. This 10-week league is at 7 p.m. on Fridays for $8.25 per week for 3 games and shoes. Also on Friday, it's Friday Fun from noon to 6 p.m. Bowl for just $1 and shoe rental is only 50 cents. The Bowling Center, 1231 South Scott Street in Bluffton. Visit bowlbluffton.com.
Now as we head into the top of the 7th, I believe. Right?
Yeah, that's correct. And I think maybe we have a couple Snider fans chirping back here because, there was some.
I don't know.
There's some disagreement.
Regardless, Levi Long is on the hill now for the Knights. He and Ryan Tomlin switched positions as Tomlin takes over at first.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Defensive changes for the Knights in the top of the 7th inning. Now at first base, number 18.
Ryan Tomlin. First time I've seen him play first base, I think, Derek.
I think the same
years.
goes for me.
Number 34.
Levi Long taking over on the hill. Not sure that he was planned to throw tonight.
I believe he is slated to throw on Thursday.
Yeah, that's what
You got Middleton tomorrow, and then Bohetta is slated on Friday.
Okay.
For his first varsity start.
And
that's up at Northside.
Yeah. It's on Saturday?
Friday.
Friday
afternoon.
Yeah. That game should be able to get to.
Good, because I'm not sure I'll be able to get to that one.
The 2 in between, not too sure about.
Well, I am good to go for both of those, so we should have you covered.
So, folks, you may be stuck with me on Friday night, which means I have to find an actual book. If you put a iPad in front of me, I'll just drop it in water. Accidentally.
Well, the Panthers will send the top third of the order, Hippenhammer, Knight, and Coons to the plate.
It's the second. It's this cool. Jeff Kokenauer is going to be broadcasting with me on Friday in his Harry Carey voice. And he does a pretty doggone good Harry Carey.
I think that could be enjoyable for a couple hours.
If you haven't seen
it could.
If you haven't seen it, get a chance to watch the Harry Carey special on MLB Network. He certainly does a better Harry Carey than Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell with a middling Harry Carey, but he's Will Ferrell, so
that's correct. The name gets you so
what
far.
It is. I mean, when you got a body like that, every time I think of Will Ferrell, I'm thinking Talladega Nights. Running across the track in his tidy whities, and he's on fire. Fire you can't see. 0-1 count now to Hippenhammer. First batter that Levi Long has faced this evening. That pitch up and in as Hippenhammer spins out of the way.
No hat count needed for Mr. Long.
Mr. Long's hat happens to stay on his head. The 1-1 pitch in there for strike 2. Kind of froze Mack on that one.
Mack, of course, 3 for 4 with a trio of singles and a flyout. Nice pitch.
It was. Hippenhammer late to the party on that fastball. He's the first out of the inning.
Now batting.
And he's been a tough out today so far for Norwell pitching.
Isaiah Knight.
Isaiah Knight steps in. He's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. And there was also catcher's interference. That's a bad swing for strike one.
Boy, a tight game from Southern Indiana. University sneaking by Clinton Central 17-2.
Wow. Very tight. Of course, Wawasee absolutely took care of business at Columbia City before going into that Norwell game. They beat them 24-4.
Holy cow.
And really struggled against Knight's pitching until the 5th inning. That's popped up into shallow left center field. Coming on is Kentz. He's under it and will make the play for the second out.
Levi Long pitching to contact.
Yep.
Successfully to this point.
Reese Kuhn steps in.
Number 3.
Oh.
Chase Phelps.
Chase Phelps. We do have a pinch hitter.
Number 3, Chase Phelps.
Chase Phelps is senior. The younger brother of, and I'm not going to think of his first name.
Michael Phelps. No.
His brother plays at IPFW now. Has for a couple of years. Brandon?
I don't know.
I think it might be Brandon.
Well, we know it's not Michael.
Right.
Olympic medalist.
The 0-1
Michael.
pitch high and in. Make the count 1-1. The Knights will have to come up with at least a couple in the bottom of the 7th to stay perfect on the season.
That's grounded towards third. It's stopped there by Middleton, but that's he's going to throw it. It's going to be stopped by Tomlin. Throw was not necessary, but no harm, no foul there, as it's a base hit for Chase Phelps, infield single.
Yeah, Middleton did a good job of stopping that ball. Went to his knees along the third base line.
Number 12, we do have a runner.
He's now running at first base for Snider. Number 12, Charles Martin.
Charles Martin.
At the plate, the designated hitter, number 7.
Isn't he a running back? Charles Martin? The Knights trailing by 2 now with a runner on first here in the top of the 7th.
Number 12.
And Charles Martin wearing number 12.
Yep. Yes, he will.
At second base.
1-0 is the count, and that's low, 2-0.
Fitzgerald has swung the bat pretty well tonight.
1 for 3.
Struck out his last time up.
He did. He singled, flew out, and also had an RBI sacrifice fly.
Mm-hmm. 2 down here in the top of the 7th, 1 on, and that's hit hard into left field. Myers will get it into Perkins, the shortstop.
Yeah, definitely need to get out of this half.
As Levi Long, after getting a couple of quick outs, now has given up consecutive hits to the Panthers, and Michael Brewer will step in. He's had a good evening as well.
2 for 3, 2 singles, a fly out, and a walk. Keep in mind, if you're at home, or if you're anywhere, as a matter of fact, we do have a very minor streaming backlog issue this evening. It's just a couple seconds once in a while. Do have a little bit of a bandwidth issue as first pitch is blown by him for a strike.
Good fastball there from Long to get ahead. Brewer with a big insurance run standing out there at second base.
Yeah, no mistakes now for Norwell. Really got to crack down and get the final out of the 7th.
Norwell with their 4, 5, 6 hitters due to come up in the bottom of the inning. That pitch is high. That'll make it 1-1 now to Brewer. I believe that's right, isn't it? 4, 5, 6?
Yeah.
Colin Schwartz made the last out.
Tomlin, Long, and Gerber.
Yep.
Would it be? Assuming there's no
changes.
Pinch hitters, although I don't think there will be. That's
Long's got to get out of this inning, though, as he misses low.
That's key. If he gives up another one or even 2 here, we're going to have a major task to overcome here in the bottom of the 7th for the Knights.
And it's getting a little dusky here at the ballpark.
The sun still has a ways to go, but that's strike 2 at the belt. Yeah, we still got a little.
Sun's still out. There's
yep.
just enough cloud cover to kind of mute it.
Yep. Muted sun. Of course, no
2-2
lights.
Count now on Brewer. Boy, Long needs to make a big pitch here. Schwartz moving to the outside part of the plate.
Got him.
Swung on and missed. Good location from Levi. No more damage from the Panthers as we head to the bottom of the 7th.
Snider comes up with no runs. 2 hits in the inning? They leave 2. After 6.5, it's the last call for the Knights. Snider 8, Norwell 6. We're back in a moment.
I'm going to start 2016 off on the right foot this year. I need to get in shape after the holidays.
Didn't you say that last year?
Maybe. What about you?
Just doing what I've been doing. I go to the YMCA.
You did that last year.
And it's been great. The Y is about more than knocking off a few pounds.
Oh, really?
Of course, it's a great place to get the exercise you need, but you can really focus on the whole you. The YMCA provides physical and social enrichment through family-friendly programs.
Such as?
Taking a group exercise class, learning a new language, connecting with friends, improving your health and well-being. They even have family outings.
Sounds like you have a little community there.
Not so little. You ought to come with me and see for yourself. Or go to fwymca.org and request a one-day pass from any Y in Allen, Whitley, and Wells counties so you can try the Y for yourself.
fwymca.org?
You got it.
Are you sure it's for me?
The YMCA of Greater Fort Wayne is for everyone.
If I join, what am I going to do for the following year?
You'll be like me. New Year's resolutions will be a thing of the past.
Now, welcome back to Ossian. It's the last call for the Knights as they trail at 8-6 and need 2 to extend and 3 to win. Here in the bottom of the 7th, we are at 2 hours and 19 minutes. It's been a very long offensive game. It's been pretty clean. 8 runs, 13 hits for Snider. 6 runs, 11 hits, 2 errors for the Knights. And they send the 4, 5, 6 hitters to the plate, Tomlin, Long, and Gerber.
Brock Hinton still on the mound for the Panthers. Now, Hunick, playing third base, has warmed up. So I'm guessing that if Hinton gets into any trouble here in the 7th, we're going to see Donovan Hunick.
Nobody down there right now. But
yeah, I think that's because he's on the field.
Well, right, but nobody else warming up down there as that first pitch is high, but it's swung on a miss.
Wow, that pitch was neck high on Ryan Tomlin.
A little anxious at the plate.
Yep. That's hit into left center, and it's going to hang up for Mac Hippenhammer.
It's actually Brewer out there.
Or excuse me, Michael Brewer. I've been getting those guys wrong all night.
And they're easy to mix up, but he's got great speed and takes away almost anything out there. It really would have had to be smoked to get down in the gap with the quick speed of Brewer. Levi Long steps in with 2 doubles on the day. Ground ball sent towards the shortstop, backhanded. It's going to be knocked down, but he's not going to get the runner. And that, yeah, we'll give him a hit.
Sure. Why wouldn't you? As Mac Hippenhammer, as a shortstop, a great football player.
Yeah. And we do have a runner. It's Skiles.
Carson Gerber will step in to face Hinton here. He represents the tying run in the bottom of the 7th with 1 out.
Keep in mind, Jeff Kokenauer and I are much friendlier on the hit instead of an error. Quicker to call it a hit.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. It would have taken a great play by Hippenhammer.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's it.
But
it's
a play that could have been made.
Oh.
The 0-1 pitch to Gerber in there for strike 2. That was a good breaking ball from Hinton.
Gerber down quickly here as Quentin Middleton waits on deck.
Tyler Skiles running at first. The 0-2 high and away. Coons has caught the entirety of this ball game for the Panthers. He's done a good job back there. Not a big fella.
Nope.
But he's had no plate appearances. He's been DH for all night by Fitzgerald. Hinton checking the runner. The 1-2 is high and away. That was another breaking ball. I thought he kind of telegraphed that one, Derek. It looked like he slowed everything down.
Yep.
And it's a 2-2 count now to Carson Gerber. Knights trail by a pair.
That's
Gerber
high.
Able to lay off a high fastball, and that was just too far out of the zone to get Gerber to bite.
Well, I think, and if there is a case where we should go to the 8th inning, as if we come out of here with a tie, I think we're going to be, that just missed, and there are 2 men on now for the Knights. I think that'll be it, because that sunlight really starting to get muted here this afternoon as it controls into the evening.
Great at bat by Carson Gerber.
At-bat.
He was down 0-2 in that at bat,
Looking
able to
for
work
balls.
the walk, and he represents the tying run for the Knights with Quentin Middleton at the plate.
Middleton 1 for 2. He was hit back in the 2nd inning, struck out, and he also singled. And Hinton's got to get it across the plate.
All of a sudden, he's kind of lost his command.
Yeah. Middleton has been hot to start the year. Coming into Friday, he led the team in average.
Is that right?
He's in the 400s.
That pitch outside, and Kuntz is going to jog out to the mound. I'm wondering if Hinton maybe is running out of gas here. The pitching coach is going to jog out and have a conversation.
Hinton at 65 pitches, 27 balls, 38 strikes.
Numerous assistant coaches for head coach Skelton.
Yeah,
Bruce Meyer, Josh Klinkenberg, Rob Hale, Brad Rust, Seth Congdon, Tim McCrady, I'm guessing.
Yep.
And Peyton Beaker.
It was like watching a mini parade as they streamed off the bus.
As Coach McLean, ever the minimalist, has one assistant coach.
Yep.
Of course.
And he does a nice job.
Oh, Dave's the best. Dave
Fantastic
Miller,
job.
His quality makes up for 3 or 4 guys anyway.
Yep. 2-0 to Middleton.
Yep. Hitters count here for Quentin. And he takes that high and away, and Hinton has lost the feel for his release point at this point. 3-0 on Middleton. You got to be taken all the way here.
Got to. Absolutely have to. No way you have the green light.
Yeah.
Yep. I think you're right. As Perkins waits patiently on deck.
The 3-0 in there for a strike.
Appeared to be on the outside part of the plate.
Tyler Skiles at second, Carson Gerber at first. Gerber, of course, represents the tying run, so Skiles doesn't mean nearly as much. The 3-1, that's grounded towards short. Hippenhammer.
Oh, he stumbled, and everybody's safe.
As he was looking to third, and Hunick had come across to try to make a play on that ball as well. So on the fielder's choice, you gave him a hit. Okay, so it'll be an infield single, at least in the press box for Quentin Middleton, and that's a fielder's choice. That's what that is.
Fielder's choice.
Yeah. So Bailey Perkins will step in with a chance to tie this ball game. If he can get it out of the infield, he swings and misses at a fastball.
He's anxious,
to knees.
and
it's the second time you've seen that from a Norwell senior here in the 7th.
Yeah. Wilson waits on deck. Should Perkins reach? Needs a base hit here that would probably tie the game.
Not a big lead by Gerber at second. Another ground ball. This one to Hunick. He'll go to the plate with it.
And he's safe. He pulled him off.
He sure did. As a bad throw from Hunick.
And that's definitely an error.
A fielder's choice. Hunick came to the plate as not a bad play. In fact, I would say that was the right play. He certainly would have had Tyler Skiles by a pretty good margin. Instead, the run scores. It's a 1-run ball game. Carson Gerber represents the tying run. Quentin Middleton, who is backing up into left field right now off a second, represents the winning run for the Knights. Wilson takes strike 1. And it's you see a lot of younger guys. We battle that with our younger guys as well. They want to, for some reason, go way deep at second. The 0-1 pitch is a curveball outside.
Keep in mind, he's got no place to put Wilson as bases are full. It's 8-7.
Gerber at third. Middleton at first.
Middleton's got
second. Perkins at first.
Middleton's got great speed. Oh.
Trevor swung through a good fastball there from Brock Hinton.
Well, certainly the most exciting game of the 2016 campaign to this point.
Mm-hmm. Good ball game.
It really has been.
Between two very good programs.
Absolutely.
Wilson now in the hole 1-2. He swung the bat pretty well today. Is Levi Long heading back down to the bullpen just in case. Oh. Trevor able to foul off the high fastball. Just got a piece of that one. Count will remain 1-2 as Jimmy Craig gets a couple of new baseballs. A couple of new pearls there for the home plate umpire. One down.
Yeah.
The 1-2 is swung at and missed, and Trevor Wilson's going to be out.
Yeah.
As first base is occupied. So Trevor goes down swinging, and Zach Kintz will represent the last hope for the Knights here. The tying run on third, the winning run on second. Big spot here for the senior.
He's 2 for 4. He struck out in the first. He flew out, and he also has a single and a double to his credit. And it is a huge situation. Got to be patient still.
Brock Hinton trying to hang on for the save for
nice block.
The Panthers is Kuntz, who's done a good job back there all evening long for Snider.
Both catchers have done a superb job this afternoon.
Kintz now ahead in the count, 1-0. The delivery from Hinton, called a strike.
Wow.
The upper reaches of the strike zone.
And that has been called a strike when it's been a pitch up there today.
Yeah, you got to take that anyway. I mean, you're going to take a strike in this situation.
Right.
1-1. Kintz looking to deliver here for the Knights. He takes a curveball in there for strike 2. And he couldn't pull the trigger. That was, again, at the upper reaches of the strike zone, but it was certainly a callable pitch. 2 down, 1-2 pitch. Big one here on Kintz. He takes it inside as he ducks out of the way. That was another breaking ball. And, of course, that's exactly right. As he spun out of the way, that could have been a game-tying RBI if it had hit him. Instead, it's a 2-2 count. It swung on, grounded to short. Hippenhammer up with it.
He's
throws
safe.
It high,
He's safe.
And the runner is safe. This ball game is tied. The Panthers, with 2 errors here in the bottom of the 7th, have allowed the Knights to tie this ball game at 8. Hippenhammer just threw it high. He would have had Kintz by a step or 2 at first base.
Yep.
So Brody Myers now the winning run at third base, and the person at Quentin Middleton.
That sun very close to setting, so I think they got to do it now. I think they got to do it now, or it's going to be a tie.
Yeah, I believe you're right. That pitch in there for a strike. Good location by Brock Hinton. I'll tell you what, I know I can't see the ball. I'm just going by where the catcher catches it. I can't see it at all.
It's got to be getting at least tough out there, although that pitch it missed low.
The bases are still loaded, so Brody's got to be swinging at strikes. He can't go fishing here. 1-1 count. Brody's had a good day. 2 down.
That's
pitch
high.
Way high over Myers' head. Last time up, he was hit by a pitch which caught his nose, actually.
That would win the game.
Yes, it would. Don't know that you want to wear one there again, though.
No, especially not in the same spot. Yeah,
2-1 count now to Myers. Middleton off third, taken for strike 2.
That appeared to be on the outside reaches of the strike zone there.
Kuntz was definitely set up on the corner. It was a good fastball.
Big pitch.
Myers in a big spot. The 2-2 is swung on, grounded towards second. Picked up the throw to first, low, but dug out of there by the first baseman, Trevor Armstrong. Another bad throw from the Panthers, but Armstrong bails him out.
We're going to play. It looks like, anyway.
Well, the Knights are on the field. We'll see what it's not in the coach's hands. It's in the umpire's hands at this point.
That's correct. We'll go ahead and
take a break.
Right now.
The Big Philly Cheesesteak. Every meat lover's dream. With lots of steak smothered in melted cheese, it's easy to see why this classic is the taste that Philly is so proud of. Subway melts loaded up with your favorite fresh fixins and lots of ooey gooey melty cheese. They're the ultimate in flavor. For a limited time only, try the chicken cordon bleu or the chicken marinara melt. It's melted goodness made irresistible. Subway of Bluffton. Eat fresh with 2 locations to serve you on North Main and inside Walmart.
The University of St. Francis Marching Pride is getting ready to debut later this year, and you could be the next member of Fort Wayne's only collegiate marching band.
I get to be part of a new tradition here in Fort Wayne.
Make new friends before classes start.
Helps reduce my tuition costs.
The University of St. Francis is now holding auditions at our Talent Scholarship Days, beginning Friday, March 4th on the USF campus. For more information, contact the University of St. Francis at 399-7700 or online at art.sf.edu.
Now, welcome back to Ossian. We're getting free baseball this afternoon. The Knights and Panthers tied at 8 in extremely entertaining fashion. The Knights get 2 runs in that bottom of the 7th inning on 2 Snider Panther errors. And it is certainly getting close to being unplayable here as it's very dark. But Jimmy Craig appears to say, let's go. The Knights need to get 3 quick outs to have a chance to hit even. And with every passing minute, that chance starts to go down. So it's a big situation. Levi Long still on the mound for the Knights. Boy, that is really tough to see. It's getting tough.
Yeah, it
yeah,
really
that's
is.
not.
They are.
Yeah, and that's now the big thing here is it still goes back to the completed inning. So whether Snider scores here or not, if it gets too dark, the run doesn't count and it'll be a tie. It's 2-1 now on Hinton. Base hit.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Quentin Middleton did not see that baseball until it was by him.
Yep,
he did not react until that ball hit the dirt. Nice base hit there for the Panthers.
Well, it's surprising that the batter was able to pick up on it. I mean, you got guys, it's tough to pick up on it, and in the dark, it's tough for everybody. Trevor Armstrong, we do have a runner. Who was the runner? Okay. That pitch bunted foul and gets back out of play for strike 1.
Of course, that's Trevor Armstrong at the plate.
No.
Can't make out the numbers anymore, but it was definitely lighter last night than it is tonight. Enough cloud cover.
Yeah, and now the sun's almost down completely. Whether it's cloudy or not, that sun just about ready to get over that tree line.
Armstrong shows bunt, takes a strike. That looked like a pretty good pitch. He didn't like it, but looked like a good call by Jimmy Craig. 0-2 now to Armstrong.
The Panthers have left 12 men on base today.
Wow. That's a big number for a 7-inning game.
Although the Knights have left 9 on as well. So both teams with a lot of scoring opportunities that could have scored more than 8.
See, varsity softball lost a tough one at Adams Central tonight, 3-2.
Lots of exciting athletic events
Close
in
games.
the Norwell community.
Tin Caps leading the Lansing Lugnuts 4-1. Shockingly, Austin Ellen has an RBI double. That's hit to the outfield, right field. I can't see it.
Yeah, he had a beat on it, and he tracked it all the way into the glove. That's Carson Gerber out there for the first out.
Carson Gerber moved to a right field when he left the mound. And Donovan Hunick, whose error in the bottom of the 7th led to the Knights' 7th run. Norwell looking for a ground ball to a middle infielder. Boy, and I'll tell you what, fella, I don't care how long this inning goes. How are they going to play the bottom of the 8th?
I don't think they can. So this
score would revert to 8-8.
Yeah. No matter what happens. I mean, it is. I can't see it anymore. I mean, I can see the trail just barely. But it's got to be tough for the umpires as well as all the players, although Carson Gerber looked like he had no trouble catching that.
Well, yeah, but it was up
he's got
in
the sun in the background. It's very true.
Up in the sky on that. It's the ground balls that are going to be tough to pick up. Ground balls and line drives. 1-1 count now to Hunick. In an 8-8 game here in the 8th. You don't often see all 8s across the bottom of that scoreboard. That is an unusual look.
Very.
Guys, I've got sad news for you. Seriously sad news. Everybody loved Raymond, his mom. The lady that played the mom on the show passed away today.
Really? She was a funny lady.
Oh, she was.
1 and 2, though.
That's
that's hit hard into left field, but Myers has it, and he will make the grab for the second out. Big out there.
I'll tell you what, right now, if you're a pitcher, you want fly balls.
Yeah, that's very true.
It's going to be a much easier play than a ground ball. Other high school scores, Franklin Central walking off Center Grove 2-1. A little closer to home, DeKalb putting a thumping on Angola 18-3.
Wow.
And in a score that doesn't matter to anybody in this area of the state, North Vermilion beats South Vermilion 10-9 in 8 innings.
Well,
that's way down there.
Yeah, it is. That's way down there. A lot of this contributed to the 5:40 start time today.
Yeah, that's true.
We start, but that's just because of what time Snider gets out of school and everything. That's fouled away.
Pretty healthy drive as well. About 45 minutes probably.
Plus, they don't get out, I don't think, until 4 o'clock.
Is that right?
Fort Wayne Community. 0-2, though. Levi Long 1 strike away from getting out of the half inning.
The 0-2 offered at, but it looked like he held up
he
from
held
here.
Up.
The base umpire, Mark Mentler, confirms that.
Also, keep in mind that the camera showing that it's way lighter than it is actually outside just because of the auto adjust.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It allows more light into the eye of the camera, the aperture.
And this is not the one that we have demo mode.
Which is nice.
Which is very nice, that we don't have to sit back there every 5 minutes and push the button.
Yep. Count remains 1-2 on the batter, and that's hit somewhere into the field.
And he couldn't pick it up. And he's going to try to get him at third, and he's
Great
got
throw.
him. He's out.
As that was a big play by Trevor Wilson at second base. Boy, that was a strike he threw to Quentin Middleton for the third out. The Knights are going to come to the plate. We'll see if they can see the ball in the bottom of the 8th.
We'll be back in just a moment.
Hi, this is Ken Mast with New Holland Tri-County. We are looking forward to providing you with sales and service again this year. We are inviting all of our customers to our open house on February the 23rd at our facility on State Road 1, just south of Bluffton. We'll be hosting a Kinsey Clinic in the morning from 9 to 11, followed by lunch at noon. If you haven't had the opportunity to check out our expanded facility, this is your chance. In addition to lunch, we will be offering discounts on parts. We'll be on hand to answer any questions you may have. We look forward to visiting with each and every one of you and show you our product lines. Once again, the open house is February 23rd with the Kinsey Clinic from 9 to 11, followed by lunch. New Holland, Tri-County, just south of Bluffton on State Road 1. Hope to see you there.
And welcome back to Ossian. Hey, we're going to play more baseball, whether it's dark or not. And Colin Schwartz will lead it off, and the Knights definitely need to get a run now because there's no way we're playing 9. First pitch is low and in the dirt for ball 1, as we're now at 2 hours and 41 minutes in this baseball game. Yeah. 1-0 missed high, 2-0. Brock Hinton still on the mound. His pitch total at 87. And that one
in there for a strike. As Jimmy Craig's zone has expanded a little bit here late.
Yep. That was a
Upwardly.
little questionable.
Yeah. 2-1 now to Schwartz. Good pitch to take.
And that hit him.
Attaboy. Colin Schwartz wears an inside pitch from Hinton. I'm not even going to try to guess what the pitches are anymore, folks. I can't see it.
We didn't see it till it hit him.
Yeah,
so
we didn't.
And Garrett Waybright's going to step in.
Running at first base for the Knights, number 6, Bray Wilson.
Bray Wilson will run for Colin Schwartz. Garrett Waybright's going to step in, and I'm guessing he's bunting, fellas.
Most likely.
As he is batting for the
out
of the game. Ryan Tomlin, that pitch was well out of the zone.
Goodness, I don't think he could see it.
No.
I mean, there's...
Tough spot for the sophomore.
Oh, it sure is. Waiting on deck for Norwell is going to be Levi Long. 0-1. Pulls back that time, 1-1. Bray Wilson's got to be very smart on the base paths as well.
Well, he's got to make sure this bunt gets down.
Right.
Because if it's in the air, Hunick is really in from third base, and Hinton's pretty athletic on the mound.
Oh,
and that is in the air,
but
and
it's foul.
It falls in foul territory along the first base line.
That's a break. Yeah.
You got to get it at the top of the zone. So we'll see if he's bunting here with 2 strikes, 1 and 2 count. I'm bunting him with 2 strikes here. You need that runner in scoring position. He does show bunt, and
he fouls it. That's going to be out number 1.
You know what the biggest problem with that at bat is? Show it early. Everybody knows you're bunting. You're not fooling anybody.
He waited too late.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's too hard trying to time it. First out of the inning, that'll bring up Levi Long.
So Long stands in. Long on the evening is 3 for 4 with 2 doubles and a single, and that nearly hits him.
Yeah, they are.
Yep.
The Panthers' outfield defense pretty shallow here for Levi Long, and he's hit the ball hard today. And of course, the trick is actually making contact at this point. A 1-0 from Hinton on its way. Appeared to be low. Holy cow. Bray Wilson, the runner at first base, running for Colin Schwartz. The 2-0 from Hinton.
That hit him.
Sure did. And now 2 batters hit by pitch here in the bottom of the 8th inning. It moves Bray Wilson into scoring position.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like Coach Skelton's leaving this in the hands of Brock Hinton. Carson Gerber will step in.
Gerber 2 for 3 with a double, a ground out, a single, and a walk today. 1 out, 2 men aboard for the Knights. All he needs 1.
First pitch to good hack there by Carson Gerber. Just missed it. He was right on it. Fouled it straight back to the screen.
Yeah.
I think that was strike 1. Is that what you're asking me?
Everything is.
I think it was. I mean, it's my best guess.
That is
That's
grounded.
Hard up the middle.
Hippenhammer will step on second, and he's out there.
It's only the second out of the inning.
Now, wait a minute. I think he was trying to say maybe he caught it. Yeah, that's what he was trying to say. He said he was double play, and he said he caught it in the air.
Well, the runner at second's out.
Yeah, so they still got runners on the corners with 2 outs is going to be the situation.
Yeah. As Hippenhammer, and now, there is no way we could tell what happened on that play. So, yeah, I'm not sure anybody could. Quentin Middleton up in a big spot. The winning run on third base, 2 outs. He's got to keep it out of the infield. He's got to find some grass here, as they'll have a play at second if he can't. First baseman not holding the runner on.
Big pitch. That's ripped into right field. Back he goes. It is over his head. The Knights walk it off.
Quentin Middleton he's still running hard. He could have stopped at first base, as he's only going to get credit for a single. As he walks the Knights off, and the Panthers, they really gave this one back to the Knights, fellas.
Yeah, they did.
2 big errors in the bottom of the 7th were the difference in this ball game, as the Knights stay perfect on the season. Snider
Falls to 2-3-1, I believe.
Yep, 2-3-1.
So the Knights got 1 run on 1 hit in the 8th rather, and win 9-8. So we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with some post-game statistics in just a moment.
Hyundai Motors is celebrating 40 years of serving Wells County and the surrounding area with an outstanding selection of low-mileage cars, trucks, and SUVs that are in fantastic condition. And their ASE certified technicians in the service department offer oil changes, brakes, AC tune-ups, as well as a full line of replacement parts and tires, and are the best in customer satisfaction. Visit HyundaiMotors.com to browse their inventory of new and used vehicles.
Bluffton Tire, you know where they're located, across the street from Bummy's, right at the entrance to the 4-H park, has been serving Wells County for over 50 years. Bluffton Tire needs to be the first stop for brakes, struts, front-end alignment, and offers over 20 different brands of tires. Stop by and see Carrie Jennis today or visit online at BlufftonTire.com for online specials and coupons. Bluffton Tire is open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon.
Hi, this is Carrie Jennis at Bluffton Tire, and we'll keep you going.
Welcome back to Norwell. The Knights walk it off in absolutely crazy fashion in the dark. Game time was 2 hours, 47 minutes. Your score by inning, Snider with 1 in the second, 3 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth, 1 in the sixth, for a total of 8 runs on 14 hits. They committed 2 errors and left 13. Norwell with 3 runs in the second, 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth, 2 in the 7th, and 1 in the 8th for a total of 9 runs on 13 hits and 2 errors. They left 11 on base. We'll go ahead and get some individual stats really quickly. For the visitor, Snider.
He is heading this way.
Okay. For the visitor, Snider on the offensive end of things, Hippenhammer 3 for 5. Isaiah Knight 0 for 4. Everson 1 for 2. Fitzgerald 2 for 4. Coons 0 for 1. Brewer 2 for 4, Gavin Bean 0 for 2, Armstrong 2 for 3, Huneck 2 for 3, Cater 0 for 3, and Chase Phelps 1 for 1, Brock Hinton 1 for 3, Jack James 0 for 2. For Norwell on offense, Kentz was 2 for 5, Brody Myers 2 for 4, Colin Schwartz 0 for 4, Tomlin 1 for 4, Garrett Waybright 0 for 1, Levi Long 3 for 4, Carson Gerber 2 for 4, Quentin Middleton 2 for 4, Bailey Perkins 0 for 3. Trevor Wilson 1 for 4. Bray Wilson scored a run. Tyler Skiles scored a run. We're going to go ahead and talk to head coach Anna McLean right now.
As Coach gets a set of very sweaty headsets on.
That's quite all right.
I'm sure, Coach, you're still sweating just a little bit as well.
Still sweating. Beautiful night for baseball. It's a good win. It's a great win. As a matter of fact,
that's exactly
proud of our
right.
Kids did a lot of things really well. Had a few things that we need to do better. But that's what you're thinking about this time of year. Is trying to see what you need to work on to get better and so forth, and be able to get a win is a nice deal.
And probably the most important thing to come out of this, Coach, I think you need to get a chin strap for Ryan Tomlin's hat.
Well, maybe it's
start with a little levity.
Maybe it's good luck, or maybe a haircut wouldn't be a bad idea.
That probably wouldn't be a bad idea either.
Haircut wouldn't be a bad idea. I tell you, what jumps out at me is some walks by our pitching staff. The walks hurt us. And the other disappointing thing is after taking a lead, we try to take great pride in shutting them back down. And we seem like we took leads and let them right back into the game, which we'll have to make mental and physical adjustments for as well. But great fight, obviously, and you love to see that.
Well, you had a couple guys, to me, that really stood out tonight. Brody Myers, I thought, had a great night, had a huge 2-out hit to take a lead in that seesaw middle inning part of the game. I thought he had a very good night for you.
Brody, real quick, I appreciate you bringing him up. He played tremendous baseball at Wawasee. I think 2 or 3 doubles, and just was really squaring the ball up. And, you love all your boys, but Brody's one I root awful hard for because he works hard, and he's a high-character, high-quality kid that, and you like to see good things happen to good kids.
And a couple other plays that just kind of stood out to me I'd like to hear your commentary on. One, Trevor Wilson, who kind of muffed a ground ball here, and then picked up the baseball, threw an absolute strike
to third
to Quentin Middleton. Didn't give up on the play.
Agreed. Great observation. Obviously, I mean, we love Trevor. He's such a good athlete and hard-nosed kid. He's a kid that made a great play on a line drive again up at Wawasee and started a triple play.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And that's why I started him in right tonight. I really like him in the outfield, but when you move pitchers around, you got to make some adjustments. And had Garrett in there a little bit. Keep seeing if we can keep grooming him to help us out defensively. Still putting all the pieces together. But, yeah, that's just the kind of, heady play, didn't give up, and we're glad to see it. He went a long way for that
He
ball,
sure did.
And
came up, got his feet underneath him, and threw an absolute strike.
Absolutely, yeah. When it was, I'm sure as you guys were reporting, not the easiest to see.
Oh no,
there.
horrible.
And,
we couldn't see the ball at all. We were guessing all night.
Well, obviously, I'm glad no one. I mean, if it was I'm glad no one got hurt, and that really wasn't quite the situation where you felt like somebody was going to get hurt, or we definitely would have stopped it. But we knew that was going to be it.
Yeah.
It was do
Couldn't
or
have got
die.
another inning.
Couldn't
in.
have got another
Yeah.
inning in. So.
Yeah.
We were able to play accordingly.
A couple other guys quickly, if you talk about them. I thought Colin Schwartz did a great job of keeping the baseball in front of him tonight with a pitching staff that was struggling.
I mean, yeah. Oh, well, great. Yeah, it gave him a great workout. Again, you guys know what you're doing in here. You know what you're looking for. He's been absolutely tremendous behind the plate.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I mean, that's it. The elephant in the room. He doesn't have a hit yet this season, and he's a good hitter and a great catcher, and his hits will come. And I know I don't want him to press, but like I told him, he's saving us tons of run behind the plate. So
he certainly
all that
did
will
tonight.
come. Yeah, and he's honestly been that way all year, Mr. Van Meter.
Yeah, he's. I was very impressed.
Yeah.
With the work he obviously put in over the winter to get a little bit more agile behind the plate.
Absolutely.
And then, of course, the last guy, the winning hit, Quentin Middleton, with another strong night for you, Coach.
Quentin, we're all men. Quentin struggled during basketball. He didn't quite have the basketball season that he wanted. And he came to me and said, Coach, I want to have a great baseball season. And you talk about a coachable young man. Oh, I mean, will do everything and anything, wants to learn, wants to get better, so coachable. So, again, doing the right things pays off type of deal, which I'm glad to see.
Yeah, and it really paid off for him tonight. I'll tell you, I don't know how he saw the baseball. Young eyes, obviously, and absolutely smoked it over the right fielder's head, hustling all the way around the bases.
He wasn't going to stop.
Yeah, he was not going to stop, and you like to see that kind of enthusiasm. But, Coach, 5-0 on the season against some good programs. Snider, perennially tough.
Yes, and their 4A program, obviously, and what I want the kids to take from is, I mean, they're aggressive. Homestead will be the same way. Thursday, they got that older aggressiveness to them and confidence, and I want to see our kids, take that and say, okay, let's keep doing that ourselves. Don't let somebody come out and be more aggressive than we are, type of deal. So we appreciate it. The schedule's good, and going to keep busy the rest of the week. Go to Jay County and. Levi, of course, is looking forward to that. Everybody, you're going to pitch Levi? No, I'm not going to pitch Levi. We talked about that. And Quentin will be up there, and we'll look forward to some more nice weather and putting things together.
And then 2 games more after that this week.
Take
4-game
off
week.
And got Homestead coming in. And then Fort Wayne Northside, I'm going to take Christian Bohada up there and give him his first varsity start against Northside. And looking forward to having him. He's a talented young man. And the JV program has some talented kids. So I'm trying to figure out who I can use from there to help make our team better type of situation.
Yeah, in a busy week like this one is, you got to get a little help.
You have to. Yes,
you really do. So, Coach, I'll be back with you at Krieger Park.
Awesome.
Derek will be covering the middle games this week for sure.
Fair enough.
And we should be in good shape. But
sure.
Thanks so much for joining us here in the post-game booth. Derek, why don't you run through some more numbers? I know you were going through the individual stats.
Yep, I'll go ahead and go through the pitching stats for both teams. First, for Snider. Isaiah Knight, we already went over his stats. He faced a total of 16 batters, threw 45 pitches, allowed 4 earned runs on 6 hits. He struck out 3, did not walk a batter in 3 innings of work. Brock Hinton threw 4 2/3 in a total of 99 pitches. He allowed 5 runs, 4 of them were earned. He struck out 2, allowed 7 hits, and walked 1. For Norwell on the pitching side of things, Carson Gerber was the starter. He went 4 innings, threw 82 pitches. He allowed 5 earned runs. He struck out 6, allowed 8 hits, and walked 3. Ryan Tomlin came in and threw 2 innings of work. He threw 48 pitches, allowed 3 earned runs on 3 hits. He walked 3, struck out 4. And Levi Long came in for the final 2 innings of work. Faced 9 batters, threw 36 pitches, did not allow an earned run. He allowed 3 hits, did not walk a batter, and struck out 2. Quentin Middleton, the hero this evening, on a ball that was smoked to right field that nobody could see. And the Knights, and that was kind of the tale as the Knights come out with a win by a score of 9-8 in 8 innings. It was, and I can officially say at our broadcast time is now at 3 hours and 4 minutes. Our total time, game time was 2 hours 47 minutes. So I can officially say that was my longest broadcast of my career.
And you did a great job, Derek. I'll tell you what, that game went a long time. There was a lot to talk about. The Knights, of course, coming out on the better end of the scoring. And stayed perfect. 5-0 on the season. Coach McLean doing a great job with these kids.
Yeah, teams like that, like Norwell here, it's a great sign because it shows that it's a good enough team that they can find a way to win in just about any situation because that's about the most uncommon one you're going to see. It's great to see them fight. I understand there's a couple errors there that really hurt Snider in the 7th, but they loaded the bases. I mean, they got hit a couple times. They allowed themselves to really get after it there in the 7th and come away with a 9-8 win.
Kept the pressure on.
Yep. Well, that's going to do it. You got anything else?
Nope.
Okay, that's going to do it then. We will see you tomorrow afternoon. Go ahead and make the trip down to Jay County if you can't. We'll be right here on The Voice. I'll be with you. I'll be with you on Thursday as well for a home game against Homestead. You're fine. And then the final game of the week is going to be at Northside. Don't know if I'll be there, but my trusty partner, Greg Van Meter, will be there. So, one more time, the final in 8 innings, Norwell 9, Snider 8. Thanks for joining us this evening on WellsCountyVoice.com, and have a great rest of your evening.
We hope you enjoyed this high school sports broadcast on the Voice Sports Network. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
The preceding production is property of Voice Enterprises, and all rights are reserved worldwide. Thank you for listening to this production of Voice Enterprises, taking media in a new direction.